Sox go for the sweep of Arizona this afternoon. It's game 3 with the Diamondbacks. The bats have been booming. Red Sox with 20 runs here at Fenway in the first 2 games. And Peyton Tolley has the ball in the finale. Hi, everybody. Thanks for tuning in. Beautiful day at Fenway. Dave O'Brien alongside Will Middlebrooks and also Jemiah Webster. He's really become a go-to guy in the city. There's a great feeling when Peyton is on the mound. He's also our GMC player of the day.
Yeah, Tolley's been really good. I mean, the Sox have won each of his last 7 starts. He's 4-0, just over a 2 ERA during that stretch. And in most of those outings, the pitch usage is it's what you've been accustomed to see in the last couple seasons. But lately, over these last couple starts, as you see right there, all those numbers is dominant, right? Something has shifted. Only 4 Ks in that 1 start in 8 innings of work, 14 Ks over 6. And as the league has really started to adjust to his stuff, he's made adjustments of his own, incorporating the curveball a lot more lately. It's been the real equalizer pitch for him. The usage is up in the second half, 17% over his last couple starts. And he's facing an Arizona team that hit him hard last year, looking for a little revenge.
StatCast 3D powered by Google Cloud. Well, the offense has been the star of the series so far. The home run ball at the center of it. Adley Rutschman joining the parade yesterday with his first Red Sox home run. The Red Sox looking to keep it going against Arizona. Join us for the Wednesday matinee. Coming to next.
Justin, why are you dusting the deal lock tag?
Next baseball on Ness is brought to you by Audi. Visit your New England area Audi dealer today. By Samuel Adams, our city, our beer. WB Mason, get free next day business delivery from your local hometown team. Sullivan Tire, official tire and auto service of the Red Sox. And by Toyota, recognized as the longest lasting brand. A sunlit day at Fenway, a warm one. Game number 3, Red Sox in Arizona. Let's toss it down to Jemiah. Jemiah, let's put a bow on what was a fantastic 2 days of the Jimmy Fund, a record-setting performance.
Yeah, Dave, it truly was exceptional, and it was thanks to folks from all over the country, really, not just New England, providing gifts so we can have that life-changing care. But it was a deeply impactful radio telethon. And Red Sox rookie Peyton Tolley, he was impacted by this because 2 years ago he lost his mom, Gina, to cancer after she had a valiant battle for 2 years, and he shared his perspective on what places like the Jimmy Fund can mean.
Something that I always have looked forward to, you know, being so closely affected by it. I understand whenever we walk into these places, it's more than just, you know, the child, but it's also their families as well being affected as well. So, you know, just being able to put a smile on somebody's face, however it may be. But it's, yeah, just growing up with it, being a part of it, and something that I've been thinking about is like it takes a whole community to support just one person. And so to have something, have a week like this, it means a lot to me because I think about all the people that have helped out my family through our battle with cancer. I say my mom's battle with cancer, and it's so much more. And it affects so many more people than just that one person.
And of course, this year, a record $7.3 million raised. This banner on display in the Red Sox clubhouse from the Jimmy Fund patients really put a bow on the event and the last 2 days. Now, Peyton will try and get the Red Sox to a 3-game series sweep versus the Arizona Diamondbacks, coming off 8 innings in his last start. What does he have for an encore? Dave and Will on the mic right after this.
And Co.
Red Sox baseball on Nesson brought to you by Nissan. Hurry in to the Nissan end of summer sales event now. And by Playing with Heart, learn more about the risks of bad cholesterol at playingwithheart.com. Red Sox go over the sweep today against Arizona. Dave, Will, and Jemiah with you. Big hand seconds ago when Peyton Tolley raced out to the pitcher's mound, jumping over the foul line. Very, very popular player. Here's the lineup he takes on. Diamondbacks, brought to you by Xfinity. And Nolan Arenado makes his first appearance in the series. He'll be the DH. He has loved playing at Fenway, so be careful there with a guy who has outstanding credentials.
Take a look at the Red Sox starting pitcher presented by Toyota. Peyton Tolley, 23-year-old lefty. He's 8-6 with a 2.97 ERA. He's coming off 2 dominant starts against the Blue Jays and the A's. As we look at his arsenal, still really heavy 4-seam, sinker, cutter usage, but been implementing that curveball a lot more as of late. Has been really good for him. Take a look at the Red Sox on defense, brought to you by Car Shield. Caleb Durbin over at third, Monasterio and Sogard up the middle, Wilson Contreras at first. In the outfield, left to right, Jaron Duran, Cedon Rafaela, and Wilyer Abreu. And doing the catching today will be Connor Wong.
Umpires today presented by M&T Bank. Louis Krupa will take care of home plate. Adam Beck at first. Dan Isani is the crew chief at second. DJ Rayburn at third. We're available. This telecast can be heard in Spanish by selecting the SAP button on your TV remote. SAP brought to you by Toyota Certified Used Vehicles. Weather forecast very nice. 88 degrees, mostly clear. See if those shadows become a factor later.
Oh, they will. These are the games where as a hitter you're like, come on, clouds, get in there. Right now they're clouds are over the sun, so the shadows aren't bad, but to your point, they'll creep in here.
Pleasure to be with you from the Jerry Remy broadcast booth here at Fenway Park after 2 glorious days of the Jimmy Fund. Record-setting spectacular performance, over $7 million. That's setting the bar pretty high.
Oh man, yeah, next year they got to get to work. That is wild. We had a blast. We got to meet so many special kids and their families and doctors and nurses. It's special for all of us. That was a great time.
Deeply touching. Ildemaro Vargas, the second baseman, will lead things off. And again, Ketel Marte has been the best player. He is back home in Arizona. And after that odd set of circumstances, both a personal matter and a physical matter, never got to the ballpark for game 1. They've missed him.
They have. I mean, he's their best player.
And the 0-1 fouled away. Well, for the Red Sox, this is the end of 16 games in 16 days. That has been an arduous schedule. They're 8-7 over those games. And the 0-2 up and away.
Yeah, they're a little beat up. They're starting to offensively come out of it. You know, some guys are starting to feel better, and Contreras, Durbin, some guys dealing with some stuff. But Whitlock's late, and they go in the IL. Those are guys that threw a lot of innings through that streak with their winning games.
Hot shot and a foul ball off the line, says Rayburn. This first inning presented by Samuel Adams. Corbin Carroll, one of the outstanding Diamondbacks, is on deck.
We talked about it in the open a little bit about how Tolley's been going to that curveball a lot more often. Over 17% usage over his last 2 starts. There was one right here with the first batter of the game.
1-2 and put him away. 99 with the heater. And Peyton's ready to go.
Yeah, look, that's the thing with the curveball as well. It's not just for swing and miss. It's just to get hitters off of the fastball, because that's the game plan against them. You know he's going to throw hard, but you put that little bit of doubt in the back of their mind that there could be spin down and in, then they don't get to that pitch as easily.
And there's Carroll, 246, 18 home runs. Red Sox so far have done very good work on a very good player. We talk about all those games, 16 and 16, but the Red Sox are still 6.5 games clear in the wild card. They have not lost any ground. And in for a strike with that breaking ball. 0-2.
Carroll's tough on lefties. He's top 4 in OPS in all of baseball against lefties, and he's a left-handed batter. You don't see that.
Check swing. That one ran in on the knuckles and he made contact. I think he was fearful it was going to hit his hand.
Yeah, for his life. 98 up and in. That'll wake you up. Especially right after a curveball where he's thinking about leaning over the plate, being able to reach that pitch, and then that one rushes him up and in. It's uncomfortable.
Peyton Tolley has become a Rookie of the Year candidate. The 2.97 ERA, racking up the strikeouts. Trying to make it back-to-back Ks today, and a ground ball up the middle for a base hit. So Carroll is on, and with him, outstanding speed and a very serious threat to try and steal.
Not quite as many stolen bases for him as in past years, but he does have 17 still to this point. It's the curveball right there from Tolley. Just left that one over the middle of the plate. Was trying to go down and away. Just kind of spun on him.
Now the hottest guy. Here's Moreno, who's hit safely in 12 straight, batting .380 with 11 RBIs during the life of that. Overall at .308. And pumped in there for a strike. 95 with a sinker. Now the Red Sox have won each of Tolley's last 7 starts. He's 4-0 with a 221 during that run. His last 2 starts, the Red Sox have scored a lot of runs, as they have in this series. 0-1. Dropped in. Had some cut, and it's 0-2.
Yeah, Tolley doing really good with Carroll over there. He went to the slide step on that last pitch. A lot quicker to the plate, and most base stealers, if they see you not lift your leg and just go into that slide step, they shut it down.
And Moreno will step out. The Sox have scored 20 runs in his last 2 outings against the A's and Toronto. They won those games 13-1 and 7-0. Obviously he was terrific in those games, but the bats were on fire too. Now Moreno hit his 3rd career grand slam yesterday. 1-2, a little bounding ball towards second. Sogard will tap the bag, fire to first. Oh, is that nicely done? How about the timing on that baby to turn the double play right near the bag, and the throw is perfect.
The new Toyota from Toyota.
Sox lineup today brought to you by Plymouth Rock. It goes Sogard, just turned a dandy double play. Rafaela and Abreu. Well, you're 257, but in a 15-game on-base streak, he's batting almost 350.
Let's take a look at the Diamondbacks starting pitcher presented by WB Mason. Brendan Pfaadt, 27-year-old righty, 7-1 with a 3.11 ERA. He's pitching in his 23rd game, just his 13th start, though. He's been really good his last few. 0 earned runs in his last 4 starts. Take a look at his arsenal. Really a pretty solid mix of all 6 of his pitches. Fastball sits around 93. That curveball is his main out pitch.
He's not allowed an earned run in 32 2/3. 14 consecutive scoreless innings. So a very tough customer here today, the 27-year-old right-hander. Red Sox have been getting off to really quick starts, though. Sogard has started 259. And then Cedar Rafaela. High fly ball, right field, up into the sun. Carroll battling that back to the track, up against the wall, and it's going to get out of here. It's gone into the bullpen. It just kept carrying and carrying. Nick Sogard with his first career home run.
So much for that scoreless streak, I guess.
He ended that rather quickly.
I mean, he jumped all over this first pitch 4-seamer right down Main Street. I was just hoping that Carroll would lose it in the sun. It would get down, turn into a triple somehow. It just kept carrying.
That Red Sox home run presented by your New England area Audi dealers. Quick start indeed. Sogard going downtown. 1-0 Sox. What a great moment for Nick. He's had a terrific series, by the way.
Hey, he's been really good in that leadoff spot this series. He's been getting on base a ton.
Cedar with 16 home runs, batting .287. That one a keeper, first of his career. Man, it just kept going and going. Carroll was fighting for to see the ball because of the sunshine in his eyes, and wasn't even conscious of the fence.
Oh, first pitch heater, Pfaadt just trying to get ahead. Nick Sogard just jumps all over this. You see him get out of the box. He's aware of the sun being an issue out there.
Cedar with a cut and a miss, 2-2.
As Carroll was going back on this ball, he's fighting the sun, but he forgot about the wall. Wall took a bite out of him. See this thing carrying out of here into the bullpen. Carroll took a shot from the wasabi sign.
Sure did. Lost the cap. And the 2-2. And a swing and a miss on the sweeper to strike him out. Abreu next.
Yeah, look how bright that is. Little bit of wind. You saw that flag up there kind of blowing out a little bit to right field. That might have helped it push it out of here just enough. That ball was crushed.
That wasn't exactly Torrey Hunter Big Poppy, but he took a pretty good knock there. Red Sox up 1-0. Brings up Wilyer Abreu at 257. A career high 22 home runs. And Contreras after him. Fought has been exceptional since they called him up on June 30. 7-0 with a 1.15 ERA. That's over 9 starts. His season did not begin that way.
Yeah, he started the year in the rotation, didn't go well. They moved him to the bullpen then, and eventually, for basically all of June, he went down to AAA Reno, got his innings back up, and since he came back, he's been really good out of that rotation.
2-strike pitch. Filed away. Former 5th-round pick in 2020.
Remember when he first got to the big leagues? I mean, they were on that World Series run, getting through the 2023, and you're thinking, who is this guy in the postseason just dealing?
Yeah, that was 3 years ago when they got to the World Series. Surprisingly, when they won only 83 games, he was a big part of that run. He started game 1 of the wild card series against Milwaukee that year. Gave up 3 runs in 2 2/3. He made 4 playoff starts up to the World Series. They didn't lose any of those games. And a 1-2. And a breaking ball outside. Willier leading the American League, tied for the Major League lead with 11 home runs since the All-Star break. He lays off that one. That'll run it full, 3-2. And Contreras waiting on deck. The payoff pitch and a ground ball to second. Vargas kind of wound up to throw on to first. And 2 down. And in front of Contreras. Red Sox have the day off tomorrow. That is well earned by these guys. And then back to baseball on Friday, and Cy Young candidate Sonny Gray will toe the slab. 15-3, 2.65 ERA against the San Francisco Giants. Rafi Devers coming back to town.
Possibly Marcelo Meyer as well.
Challenge here. ABS.
I thought that was up.
Powered by T-Mobile.
Calls confirmed. Arizona has 1 challenge remaining.
And burn one right away.
Yeah, quick. Well, the count shifts big time when it's 1-0 against Contreras. They've really done a good job of pitching him in this series. A lot of fastballs in and then getting to spin away after that.
And Wilson coming off another good one. So fouled it off his foot here. Doubled and scored in the 5th inning last night. Then an RBI single in the 6th inning. Took a walk in the 8th. And let's see if he's just fine, I guess. You always wonder with him because he beats himself up so much. Durbin on deck. Red Sox had 1-0 on a Nick Sogard leadoff homer, first of his career. And the 2-1 from Fought. Fought has outdueled Yamamoto and Chris Sale in back-to-back starts. 7 scoreless innings, 2 hits in each of those. Breaking ball snapped in there for strike 3 with a sweeper to catch him looking. But the Red Sox jump in front again, 1-0.
Here's the pitch.
Welcome to the Surfside 2nd inning. Red Sox on top 1-0 after the solo shot from Nick Sogard, and Peyton Tolley back for his 2nd frame. And you look at Peyton Tolley's season, guys, and you're seeing consistency. 8 innings last time, 8 innings earlier in the year. He's pitching into the 6th. He's got 7 innings. It's just a great stat sheet for his full body of work, and the Sox have won 8 of his last 10 starts. And I asked Chad Tracy about him today. He said he knows where his strengths are, but he also has been able to keep hitters off balance and guessing with the addition of his secondary offerings. Trace says that he knew he was very intent about being able to use those pitches and spots to create that respect for his arsenal. He said that he's been seeing that as his biggest difference in Tolley's starts, are the secondary options are legitimate to pairing with his elite fastball.
Well, he will walk the leadoff man here in the second inning. He puts on Perdomo. Got a big double play ball by Sogard in the first inning.
Yeah, Perdomo was one of the guys that had a homer off him in Arizona last year. That was his first big league loss. He got hit around a little at Chase Field. Yeah, 4 straight balls there after 11 out of 13 strikes in that first inning.
One of those home runs that was hit against him in that start you're talking about was by the man he just put on ball 4, and brings up Nolan Arenado, the DH. First time we're seeing him in the series. There was a thought that on Friday night he was going to go on the IL, but he avoided that. And he's had a really nice year with 20 home runs. He's driven in 62.
He's second on the team.
Likes Fenway a lot. And when he was playing with Colorado and they came in here several years ago, it was the best defensive series I've ever seen by a third baseman anywhere.
I mean, you got to start thinking about Hall of Fame for this guy, right? He's got a case.
Well, I definitely think he does. And he's going to swing and miss. The sinker gets him 97. Tolley makes very quick work of him for his second K.
Yeah, good bounce back, right? Just go into attack mode after not throwing any strikes to Perdomo, the previous batter. Just goes right after him. Challenge mode. 0-2, 97 right there. Hit it if you can.
Tim Towle, the first baseman, 240, 7 home runs. Perdomo, the base runner, and strike 1. But back to Arenado for a moment. It's a guy who won 10 consecutive Gold Gloves at his position.
Yeah, 2013 through 2022, he won it every year. I mean, he's got 373 homers. He's got over 2,000 hits. Just keeps stacking numbers.
0-1. Hey, figured he's going to hit 400 home runs.
Yeah.
He finishes somewhere around 2,500 hits.
He's just 35, by the way. Everybody thinks he's 38, 39 years old. He's still got a couple more years in him.
You said that before the game, and I was surprised. I thought he was a little bit older, a couple of years older. Again, having a nice year. Fouled away by Tawa. Red Sox had 1-0. Sox 7.5 out of first, 2.5 out of second.
Who would you say the best defensive third baseman you've seen? I mean, you've been calling games for almost 40 years.
Boy,
he's got to be up there, right?
He might be it, to be honest with you. Mikey Lowell, for my money, was flawless at third base. So
Adrian
he's
Beltre,
there.
too.
Adrian Beltre. Luckily, the Red Sox have had a lot of good third basemen.
Yeah, they have.
And I'd put those guys right there with Arenado. 1-2. Smack to left, but headed for the stands into foul territory. How about yourself? Who's the best third baseman you ever saw? You played the position.
I mean, Beltre was special for as long as he did it, but I think like peak defensive ability, I look at Beltre as like total package, you know, but Arenado's got to be. I mean, what he can do defensively is
tough to
crazy.
beat. And a check swing foul ball. Chapman is an outstanding defender.
Yeah.
But year after year, watching Arenado play, the series he had here at Fenway when he was with Colorado, he was making plays where he was falling into the third base dugout.
Yeah.
I swear he was.
And I know this is not a name that's loved around here, but Manny Machado's a heck of a third baseman too, defensively. He has been for a while.
1-2, tied him up. He swung on and missed, and my silence.
Yep. You don't have to say a word.
Tell you a lot.
Just talking about defensive ability, that's all. See that breaking ball right there from Tolley, right under the hands. Talk about that being his equalizer. That has been it.
Starting to pick up those Ks, number 3.
I don't think Machado's ever going to be. That's going to be a bad word around here for a long time after the slide on Petey.
Well, that was a big part of it.
Yeah.
Obviously.
I don't think they're going to forgive him. Took some years away from a career that was headed to Cooperstown. Hopefully he can still find a way to get in.
I would argue he should still be going.
Well, I agree with you.
I want Dustin Pedroia for the heart, the soul, the passion, the results. I mean, he won every award you can win.
I mean, he embodied what it meant to put Red Sox on your chest.
Yes. Yep. And for a long time, and he should have a plaque in Cooperstown. 2 balls, 1 strike on Lawler. 261 with a homer. Red Sox leading at 1-0. trying for a clean sweep of Arizona. Red Sox got awfully used to doing that to people in the month of July. High pop into right field. Out goes Sogard. Abreu calls him off, and Williams there for the catch. One left. Bottom of the second at Fenway. Alex Spear of the Boston Globe, kind enough to join us. We were here calling a game, and you were at a different game in a different city. You happened to be watching Roman Anthony.
Yeah, I just happened to be stumbling past Portland, Maine, so figured I would stop in.
Right.
Yeah, what an impressive return it was for him to be able to see him for the first time in 3.5 months and going 2 for 2, couple of walks, absolutely vaporized the baseball, driving it out of the park in right field. And
fly ball right field off the bat of Durbin. Again, Carroll with the hand up, one down.
It was really interesting not only to see that he's obviously feeling really good swinging, but the way that he's impacting the ball there. We did not see that at all in the 2026 regular season. Saw some of that in the WBC. He didn't have a single homer to right before he went on the injured list. That was gone from, I think it cleared the Hearts of Pine field next to Hadlock Field. And then he also had an opposite field single at 108 miles an hour, which is harder than he's hit a ball to the opposite field at any point this year. That's who he is. I talked to Roman a little bit after the game about specifically that swing, because that had been missing. He had been rolling over a lot while he had been up in that first month of the season. And he said, yeah, that's something that I need to get back to with my approach. When I'm at my best, I'm using the whole field. And he said that watching the team through its surge from afar, he was reminded, look at the way that the left-handed hitters are using the entire field, and he wants in on that.
Little pop up here by Mickey Gasper down the left field line and out of play. How did he feel afterwards? How'd that finger feel?
He seemed to feel great. I think that he acknowledged that there's also the high of being back, the adrenaline from being back in a game for the first time in forever. He was having so much fun with that atmosphere, and he acknowledged how much he missed it by virtue of being away from it for as long as he was. He said it makes you appreciate it as something that you love even more when you don't have it. And it was cool to watch him taking time before the game, signing autographs. He stayed, he came back into the dugout after he was done in the game to hang out with the team. Then he signed for fans. I think he signed for every fan that was waiting for him for about 30 minutes after the end of the game. So it was really cool to see. And he was feeling really good.
Yeah, and part of when you miss that much time, you can really get in the lab and start trying to figure out, okay, what was going on the first couple months of the season? What can I change? So then as soon as you start swinging the bat, those thoughts are in your mind. So you're mechanically working on certain things. Watching his batting practice, watching his swings in the game yesterday.
Little tapper right at Vargas at second, and 2 up, 2 down.
I thought, mechanically speaking, comparing his swing where it was, and obviously he's just back.
Yeah.
But just watching how he was really staying on his backside.
Yeah.
How he was staying behind the baseball, because so often early you'd see him out over his front side and everything was steep and to the right.
Yep.
Right. And a lot of weak ground balls.
Well, and some hard ground balls, but it's all on the ground.
Downward angle where you're not able to get on plane and really drive the baseball in the air.
Right. And his superpower is the ability to let the ball travel deep so that he can have great pitch recognition and then be able to whack it to left field.
Monasterio pops it up. Moreno and the first baseman converging. A little bit of a collision, and Tawa makes the play. That's a quick 1-2-3. Both guys appear to be all right. 1-0. Red Sox have the lead. More with Alex Spear in a moment.
The new Toyota from Toyota.
Because you've earned this summer. Now it's time to go get it. Visit your New England Chevy dealers.
Top of the third, strike one on Jose Fernandez. Red Sox with a 1-0 advantage on Arizona as they go for the sweep. Alex Spear of the Boston Globe, that intrepid reporter who spent time at Portland yesterday watching Roman Anthony. That's a shot toward the gap. On the move, Durant. He won't get it onto the grass. He will cut it off into second base. Fernandez, he'll dive in with a double. And the second hit today for Arizona off Peyton Tolley. So when a guy hits a bomb like that, as Roman did, and you mentioned 108 miles an hour on the base hit.
Yep.
I saw his walk to begin the game. A friend sent it to me. And his command of the strike zone, you're like, well, that's Roman Anthony.
Yeah, you do want to be a little bit measured because the stuff wasn't major league caliber that he was seeing, right? Fastball that was topping out at 92. So there is a context that you want to put it in. It's a great first step for him, but then there's also a physical buildup that needs to happen.
Bunt popped up, going to be unplayable back onto the screen.
He has the day off today because this is what the return to games looks like. When you haven't played in 3.5 months, you get day on, day off. It's kind of like a very condensed version of spring training. And so after that, he'll get out into the outfield, and they'll probably work their way up into, 9 innings in the outfield, which probably won't be the first game that he's in the outfield. So there is a progression there, and you want to make sure that that those great swings that he's been showing in batting practice, and Will, you alluded to it, he was hammering the scoreboard in left field at Hadlock Field in BP yesterday. You want to make sure that those get locked in to against a variety of types of stuff in games.
So I just have one really serious question, probably the most important. How many Sea Dog biscuits did you have yesterday?
I heard that one vendor there had some kind of an epic performance of selling them.
Waldschmidt hammers one into right field, and the runner will be held at third. Fernandez will stop there on the base hit. So a little bit of trouble here brewing for Peyton. First 2 men have reached.
It's a couple 0-2 hits he's given up, or just leaving pitches, trying to go up and in with that one. He missed with a curveball earlier, 0-2 over the plate. Just got to get him to expand. You can't miss there with 2 strikes.
Garrett Crochet was going through some drills here on the field, a lot of them from his knees, working on core and all of that stuff. And of course, whenever he's on the field, a lot of speculation starts to fire all through the internet, through the Twitter sphere, about when he might return. Will he return? Scooped up by Durbin. He's fired to the plate. Got a play, and he's out.
What a boy.
Fernandez cut down. The quick hands of Caleb Durbin, trying to score that run, and he's a dead duck at the dish.
I'll tell you what, Caleb Durbin plays third base like he's a middle infielder with his hands, the way he does, the way he moves quickly to balls to his left, quick short hop, nice, picks it clean, and then just throws a strike to Connor to get him out. I mean, that's the play, right? First and third, you're playing in for that reason. If he goes, you throw him out.
You almost never see that play to the plate, though, when you have an infielder moving to his left. So that's super impressive.
His feet.
His
feet, the footwork.
And also how quick all of his movements are, because it's a smaller frame, right?
Yeah,
so he can be super efficient. And also, it felt like Fernandez might have been thrown off by the bat that was in the line, right?
He had
to run around that a little bit.
Yeah, he did. I just think it's one of the things that we don't talk about enough. The improvement of the Red Sox defense from what it had been to what it is today. We've already seen a nifty double play turned by Sogard. Then that play at third. Obviously, we've been raving about the outfield play all year, and that's incredibly legit. Wilson over there at first base. Durbin, he's going to be in the running for a Gold Glove. It's a giant step forward and a major reason for the Red Sox success, because they had a long way to go, and they've done it.
Observationally, I haven't broken down the numbers on it, but there might be a time when we need to look at this in the context of the greatest defensive seasons for the Red Sox as a team ever, right? When you're talking about the range that they've exhibited at both infield corners throughout the season, obviously throughout the outfield, and then there's been sure-handedness up the middle, even though they've had a lot of volatility there. And I know that Monasterio has had a few misplays in the last week or two, but the larger picture has been very consistently excellent defense.
Yeah, and a lot of those numbers are inflated by the outfield, right? The defensive run saved by the outfield is best in baseball. They have 52.
It's not close.
The Cubs are second with 30. Yeah, that's not even close.
An outfield that has PCA in it,
right,
who covers most of the state of Illinois.
Right.
They're doubling the efficiency and the impact of that group.
3-2 here to Carroll at a base hit, first time up, swing and a miss at 97 to strike him out. So 2 gone.
That's a big strikeout right there, because you're going to have a hard time doubling up Corbin Carroll, but he's also, as we told you earlier, just been killing left-handed pitching. He already had a hit against Tolley in his first at bat, blew that one past him.
Well, back to Crochet for just to finish that thought, and where are you on that? I mean, there's a lot of people who are like, well, if you get him for a couple of innings in October, that's Garrett Crochet in October.
Yeah, I mean, you would take it if it's there. He's one of the best pitchers in baseball. He was a great reliever before he became a starter. A guy who has a chance to really impact the game. He can strike out anyone at any time if he's healthy. And it is interesting to think about how he made his major league debut, which is he was drafted in 2020. The White Sox called him up the day after they clinched. He had never pitched a professional baseball game, and it was here's your professional debut. It comes in a Major League Baseball game, and he was a late innings guy for them right out of the chute for that 1 to 2 inning pocket.
Well, he said as much. Probably expect no more than 2 innings by the time he builds up enough. To pitch in a big league game, swung on and missed there. Tanner Houck's a fascinating piece to me.
Yeah.
Fascinating.
There are reinforcements on the horizon, and you don't know what course they're going to take from here, right? Houck is at least built up enough to the point where he's facing hitters, so there's a little more time to figure it out. But you never complain about having more options available to you down the stretch, particularly given what obviously the toll of the season catching up to a lot of people.
It's going to feel like 2 years since we saw him last, right? It was early last season.
Yeah.
And then working his way back, remembering he was an all-star before all of that. 1-2 and a little up. 2-2 on Moreno. The Red Sox with a 1-0 lead, flashing some leather today behind Peyton Tolley. And now trying to put away their hottest hitter in Moreno, who hit into a double play in the first inning. And popped up. That'll drift out of play. So where are your travels going to take you next? Where are you headed next outside of Major League Baseball ballparks?
Well, I'm actually going to true to the Stat Masterson label, I'll be going to an event called the Sabre Seminar in Chicago, not this weekend but next, and then we'll see. The Red Sox keep pulling me onto the road, I think, by virtue of their performance. It's interesting enough to write about them for the Boston Globe.
Swung on and missed. Wong will try and collect and throw. He skips it.
Oh my goodness.
He made an outstanding play. We've said that a few times already. That goes in the books as a strikeout. And the out at first. Great to see Stats Masterson as always.
Great to see you guys. Thanks so much.
Introducing Subway's new
Want at prices you'll love. Who but WB Mason?
Do you work here?
Red Sox with a 1-0 lead. Got to show you that play by Connor Wong again. This is a brilliant play.
Yeah, you don't see plays like this from catchers. We talk about the athleticism of Connor Wong. That curveball down and in, he tries to get over there to block it. It gets away from him. It goes off the glove. Look at him slide, spin, and throw basically from a knee. That doesn't happen. You just don't see plays from a catcher like that. Not in foul territory. That a lot of times you get there, they just put it in their pocket and say, I don't want to throw it into the outfield because a run's going to score.
By all rights, he should be leading off the inning, right? That's the way it usually goes. High fly to right field off the bat of Durant. Once again,
stretch a little.
It's Carroll back. He stumbles, and it goes into the bullpen. You got to be kidding, man. Carroll twice up against that bullpen fence, and it gets out. Sogard did it in the first inning. Number 17 for Duran, and the Red Sox are on top 2-0.
He's having a time out there. It's a tough sun field playing right here in a day game. Little bit of wind going out to right field to push it and keep him drifting towards that wall, and then he lost his footing, went down. He might have, I'm not sure how close that was to the wall, but it looked like he was tracking it and was going to have a chance.
He can't get out of town quickly enough. This has been a tough day for him.
He looks back at the wall and then he loses his footing right there. You see the ball go right over. All he can do is smile.
Connor Wong fouls it away, looking up into the sun.
Yeah, you see that. It goes up there and it just disappears. Yeah, there's something about it. I mean, call it the ghost of Fenway, whatever. Remember back in the 2013 postseason, and Will Myers dropping that ball in right field.
Swung on a missed strike 3. Of course, these are legitimate home runs. So it's not like anything he did, but he's having a devil of a time out there.
Yeah, he is fighting it right now. Yeah, he's not getting that. That got out by enough where he wasn't going to be able to rob that and bring it back. Couldn't tell from the first look, but that look right there showed you it left by 10 feet or so.
Yeah, these are big league home runs. Into the bullpen at Fenway. The Red Sox hit 2-0. Nick Sogard with his first major league home run in the first inning. Carroll ran into the bullpen fence and bounced off it like a billiard ball, and in for a strike.
Yeah, number 17 for Duran. He's now driven in 62 on the season. You know, you look at his batting average, you see the strikeouts, you realize he's having a down year.
But he's also had a good series. He's still 5-game hitting streak now.
And he's still produced this year. And, you know, he's had a lot of balls that he's put into play that he's had some hits stolen from him, some hard hit balls. But I know he's down on himself. But, you know, it's tough to look up there and see a 200 batting average knowing the player you should be. And He's still producing, though. He's still driving in the runs.
1-2 pitch to Sogard. Fouled away. Sid on Rafaela on deck.
That's got to feel good for JD.
Red Sox eyeing a sweep here today. Remember, they won 9 straight series, then lost 3 in a row, and now trying to get back on the winning side as far as series goes again. Trying to get to 11 games over 500. And today, doing it against a pitcher came in as hot as can be. And a 2-2. Raked, but right at Tawa. That'll be out number 2.
Well, another hard hit ball for Nick Sogard. Just unfortunately right at the first baseman.
Zaydan 0 for 1 with a K in the first inning. Batting stats presented by your local Honda dealers. And the first one cut on and missed. He starts him off with a curveball. Fott has pitched some extreme result games in his career, such as in 2025 against the Nationals when he gave up 8 runs in the first inning and did not record an out. And then later on in September of that year, he gave up just 1 hit in 9 innings. So when he's good, he's very, very good. And he has been in his last 9 starts. He's been unbeaten. A little chopper along third, but foul. 0-2.
Zaydan in swing mode. Has been a lot lately. This series, though, the first 2 games, he was much more patient. Getting himself in good counts, getting himself some fastballs to hit, but he's going to keep seeing spin. That sweeper, the curveballs, sliders down and away until he can prove to either he can stay on that pitch or take it for a ball.
2 down, bases empty. The 0-2 and outside. I just wonder if that's a little overplayed. Just hear me out on this. 287, 16 homers, 64 RBIs, leads the American League in doubles. If he swings and misses a bit, I don't really care, given these results. And it's a result-oriented business. This guy just went to the All-Star game. I'm like, I don't know.
Yeah, no, I'm with you. And also, if this stretch he's been on, the last few days where there was more strikeout and swing and miss and aggressiveness, if that's his worst and he's still getting his hits, you'll take it.
He's had a terrific season. Popped up. Tawa down the line, and the second baseman lunging. Vargas can't get it. He goes onto the tarp. Neither one of them came up with it. 2-2.
The thing with Zaydan too is he's always going to be aggressive. You don't want him to lose that. I call it his go button. You don't want to take that away.
That's a great point.
You don't ever want to take that away from him because that's what it makes him who he is. 100%.
It's turned him into an all-star player.
And you've seen him for a majority of this season hone that in and be really selective, and that's why you see the numbers on the board that you do.
3 doubles on Monday for the first time in his career in 1 game. And takes that one on a breaking ball in the dirt. 3-2. Red Sox hit 2-0.
Just to add one last thing to that, he's been a really good 2-strike hitter this year. Just shortening up and taking shorter swings, putting the ball in play.
And that would surprise a lot of people.
It would.
I think that's a big step forward for him. 3-2, swing and a miss on the sweeper to strike him out, but the Red Sox grab another run, another home run over Corbin Carroll into the bull. Now Jarren Duran with number 17. Nick Sogard with his first major league home run. That's the scoring so far behind Peyton Tolley. The Red Sox have been scoring a ton of runs behind. Perdomo drew a walk in the second. He'll be followed by Nolan Arenado and then Tim Tawa.
Yeah, a little tick up in velocity here for Tolley to this point. Fastball's up a whole mile an hour on average. Averaging just over 97 today.
The hitter is in shadow here on home plate. He's pitching out of the sunshine.
Yeah, that's fun.
The 0-2. And poke foul.
I find it's tougher against a guy like Fott who's out there. He's 6 different pitches. He's really mixing it. He can spin because the hardest thing is picking up the spin, because you don't really see it when it's going from light to shade. Looks like a cue ball. So a guy like Tolley, you can pretty much bet throughout your at bat he's not going to throw you all curveballs. Maybe the 3rd time through the lineup to a certain guy. We've seen him do that.
Yes.
But you're going to get something firm with velocity with him.
1-2 on Perdomo. Crack foul. Tolley, one of 9 pitchers this season with a sub-3 ERA who averages 10 strikeouts or more. He's the only rookie on that list. There are some names you may have heard of, like Tarek Skubal, Chris Sale, Cam Schlittler, Dylan Cease. Popped up center field. On comes Cedon, and 1 down. Chase Burns is on that list. He's having a great year with Cincinnati. He's 14-2 with a 2.47 ERA. Jacob Mizrowski's on that list. He's the only rookie. FW Web for plumbing, heating, and more. Go where the pros go. Visit fwweb.com for a location near you. Sends up Arenado, who is 0 for 1 with a K. Almost got hit, but stayed out of the way.
Well, that'll test the what did they call it? Trunk discomfort.
Yes.
Was he
why he may have gone on the IL.
Is he an elephant? Like,
talk about non-specific.
I was guessing like side, oblique, low back, something. They went with trunk. You know, we were giving the defense some love and talking about how much better they've been. Through 126 games this year, they've made 62 errors. 126 games last season, 97.
Man.
You remember all those unearned runs. They led baseball unearned runs, giving teams extra outs. Really cut that down in a big way.
It's been as important as just about anything. The Red Sox success, the way they turn things around.
Well, not only does it just, number one, you convert ground balls to outs, you're saving your pitcher on his pitch count, and he's able to work deeper into games. How many times you give an extra out, the guy throws 10, 15 more pitches?
2-2, a rocket shot headed deep into the corner and a foul ball. Don't see many hit near that goal sign.
No, that was how low and hard that one was hit.
Good foul ball territory, even if you got the baby.
Oh, I had one of those when mine were little, taking walks around the neighborhood with them. I'd always get a little weird during football season. I'm walking around, I'm grilling, got a beer in my hand, I got a baby on my chest, watching some football. Get some weird looks. It's fine.
Headphones on.
It's worth it.
2-2. And popped up sky high along third. Durbin is back there, heading back toward the screen, but can't get to that.
Every time I see a foul ball in that general area or a little past it, I immediately flash back to flying pizza.
Yes,
immediately.
Yeah.
I'm like, I saw a hat fly off, and I'm like, oh man, I hope that wasn't the pepperoni.
Right. One of the all-timers.
Oh man.
Base is empty, 1 down for Arenado, and he'll pop it up again. Foul back into the stands. They'll do it again.
Watch the hat. I think a hat goes flying at some point. Oh, the guy just threw his hat in there. All right. Was he thinking the ball would just land in it and no one would take it?
Do you get the hat back? Should you get it back? 2-2. And foul tipped in the mid, held by Connor Wong for the strikeout. He did get it back. 2 down.
Well, this was a battle with Arenado. He was putting some balls in play, hitting balls hard. You see that curveball, it was elevated. But you see anything elevated from Peyton Tolley, you immediately think fastball. That's why you get those awkward check swings trying to hold up on that breaker.
He's fan 6. He got this man Towel the first time. Red Sox 2, Arizona nothing.
That's where I love his curveball. It's great. You finish down and low with it with 2 strikes, but I like it first pitch because no hitter is going up there looking for it, and you can steal a strike.
0-2. Well, fans love Peyton Tolley. Every time he is on the diamond, he's running out to the bullpen. or anywhere on the field, he gets a huge round of applause here. 0-2. Fouled away. Had some very touching things to say in his appearances during the last 2 days for the Jimmy Fund. Well known, he lost his mom to cancer. What that meant to him and the family beyond words. But I wouldn't be shocked if one day he's a Jimmy Fund captain. 0-2. Fly ball center field, to play for Cedon Rafaela. And a good clean inning. 1-2-3 they go.
Attention local.
Red Sox baseball on NESN, brought to you by Aura. Wish you could delete yourself from the internet? Try Aura today. And by Group 1 Automotive. Get more with Group 1. Matinee at Fenway. Red Sox 2, Arizona nothing. Bottom of the 4th inning. Let's toss it down to Jemai.
Thank you very much, Dave. I had a chance to have a conversation with Anthony Siegler today, who's been a revelation for the Red Sox in more ways than one. And here at Fenway, I had the pleasure of sitting down with him on a day the organization is celebrating Native Americans and American Indians. He, of course, is the second player of Navajo descent to make it to the show. The other guy is Jacoby Ellsbury. Talked with Siegler about the responsibility that he carries with such a distinction. And he told me Ellsbury is one of the greats. Being able to play behind him, being the first, is pretty special. Certainly a real honor for him. Now, his mother is full-blooded Native American and says that she would tell him how Jacoby was a great representative for the nation and Native Americans. But while we had him, OB, we also had to welcome him to a anything but baseball segment with some topics that you might enjoy. And it might surprise you of what Siegler had to say, a.k.a. Tony Siegel's, that segment coming to you shortly. So be on the lookout.
And about the nickname, too.
Yeah, we hit it all the topics. I'm like Oprah.
You always do. You always hit it all and then some. I don't know how that's possible, but you do. Look forward to that.
Yeah, that'll be good. I love his personality.
Mentioned we met his pop the other day in Pittsburgh.
Huh.
He is just like his boy.
He's shredded.
And he is that.
Oh, my.
1-2. Very nice man.
Yeah.
Willier and then Contreras and then Durbin as the Red Sox lead it 2-0 in the 4th. And Brandon Pfaadt with a 1-2 and struck him out with a changeup. And the first out in the 4th inning. Contreras will dig in next.
Yeah, it's a really good changeup right here from Pfaadt. You see him turn that over. He's really just, he mixes those 6 pitches, right? And that's one that he tends to get a lot of swing and miss, especially with 2 strikes against lefties.
Contreras struck out looking in the 1st inning. He's had a lot of success against Arizona in his career. Career OPS of 923. Checking out the home run odds presented by FanDuel. His next will be his 26th. 9 in his career against Arizona. He's done damage against them.
Yeah, he's having a heck of a year. You know, he's got a 161 OPS plus this season. If he ends his season there, it would be the best single season mark by a Red Sox first baseman since Yaz back in 1970.
The great Carl Yastrzemski. Here's the 2-1. Popped up, back out of play. Did you have a guy like so many of us did with number 8, Carl Yastrzemski? That was the guy you came to the ballpark to see. And if he wasn't in the lineup at that time, you told your dad, well, let's just go home. 2-2, rattled toward the open space, and Fernandez with a dive, can't get it. A base hit for Contreras. Takes a wide turn, but back to first.
Get me thinking. You know, I grew up a Texas Rangers fan because I grew up close to Dallas.
Yep.
You know, I did fall in love with the 03 Red Sox, and because I was a Trot Nixon guy. And but for me, it was like Pudge, right?
Pudge Rodriguez.
Von Rodriguez, yeah. Just that was him. I mean, that team was full of. I mean, Juan Gonzalez, Rusty Greer, Dean Palmer. You know, but I think it was Pudge.
We all have somebody.
Obviously, there's another Pudge around here.
Yeah,
but we called him Pudge, you know, growing up.
Pudge Fisk was one of those guys for me too. So was Jim Rice. So was Freddie Lynn. If they weren't in the lineup, you know, Jim Rice was always in the lineup.
Always.
But it was like That odd day when one of those guys was out, it was like, oh man, why'd we even buy a ticket? And there for a strike. Jim Ed, who's always in that lineup. Contreras with a short lead at first, 1 down. Pumped across for a strike at 92. And a challenge.
Called a strike. That is challenging.
I think that caught the corner. That two-seamer came back. If you saw that late movement on it.
Ball's confirmed. Pitches a strike. Boston has 1 challenge remaining.
ABS powered by T-Mobile. So 1-2 on Caleb. Mickey Gasper on deck. Mickey's homered in consecutive games. And a 1-2 from the right-hander Fought. A nice pick there by Moreno, down to first but not in time.
Yeah, a little change up in the dirt. Moreno's good back there. Picks it clean. Contreras bouncing around, just trying to catch him off balance.
Two on the way. And struck him out. Fastball there. Second strikeout of the inning. Gasper next. We take a look at the Allstate Good Hands replay.
Watch this slide. This will be one of the better slides you see all year. Because he looked dead to rights. Good throw and a tag with a normal slide. He's out. But watch how he turns his body away from the tag. Sneaks that right hand in there. That was one of the more impressive slides I've seen.
That's creative. Gasper with a foul ball, strike 1. Mickey 0 for 1 with a tapper to second. Red Sox ahead 2-0. Monasterio would hit next. Contreras the base runner. And an 0-1 from Fought. Tried to hold up, but he went. That's a swing and a miss on a change.
He's throwing that changeup a lot here in the 4th. His four-seamer's seen some hard contact.
The time will be granted here by the home plate ump Krupa.
Now watch when Fought comes set. I feel like if you get a base runner to second base, you can pick his grip out of his glove. I mean, you can see the changeup really easily.
And he's got Mickey down 2 strikes with 2 down. And drops it in there. Sweeper 84. He strikes out 3 in the inning.
FanDuel's dropping profit boosts on college football Saturday. The summer of Audi. Audi sales event.
Inning 5 sponsored by Salem 5. From first homes to forever homes, Salem 5 Mortgage helps you move with confidence. Equal housing lender.
Inning 5 powered by Salem 5 Bank. Red Sox carry a 2-0 lead into the top half of the 5th. Will Middlebrooks, Dave O'Brien, Jemiah Webster alongside. Jordan Lawler will step in and take a ball. A big tip of the cap to Tom Caron and Brock Holt for the work they did as co-chairs of the most successful Jimmy Fund drive ever, which ended yesterday. Pop up into center. And a routine catch for Cedon. 1 down.
Obviously, it's highlighted the last 2 days, but what they do year-round for the Jimmy Fund.
Chill Under Pressure presented by Grillo's Pickles. Find us chillin' in the refrigerated section. The Red Sox continue to play really good baseball, their best baseball against teams over 500. This is since June 25th, 19-0, and getting 7 runs a game. Starters with a 2.60 ERA, bullpen with a 1.31, which bodes awfully well for October.
Yeah, 19-0 against those teams, but teams under 500, they're 17-12, which is interesting.
Which is pretty good. 17-12 you take.
Yeah.
but off the charts against teams over 500. Doing it against Arizona too, winning the first two and in the lead here in game 3. Fernandez with a double in the third. He's 1 for 1. And 2-2 on the third baseman. A couple of day games, including the White Sox knocking off the Cubs 3-0. Red Sox beat up on the White Sox in their couple of series, swept them, but Chicago White Sox continue to have a very good year, and they went into play today with a 4-game lead in the Central. Fouled out of play.
Did you happen to see that home run that Murakami hit yesterday? Left center, like 20 rows up. Oh,
absolutely destroyed it.
Crazy pop.
It's a big acquisition for them. 3-2. That one hammered back toward the wall. That's going to catch a lot of green. Right back to Cedon. Into second base, Fernandez. He'll slide in with his second double. So he's been some trouble for Peyton today. 2 for 2. And a pair of extra base hits. This comes with 1 down.
Yeah, it was a good at bat by him. It was 2-0. Peyton fought his way back, got to full count. And that cutter elevated, just got too much of the heart of the plate. He was ready for that one. Fired it off the monster. Hit it hard. 104 off the bat.
And the number 9 hitter, the left fielder Waldschmidt, who's 1 for 1 with a single. He was their minor league player of the year last year. Red Sox with solo shots by Sogard and Duran. Hard shot, but foul. Hit wickedly, but a foul ball.
Heads up down there, Billy Titus. Ooh.
Oh, 2.
Yeah, just 3 hits for the Sox today, but to your point, yeah, 2 homers and the Contreras single.
1 out, a man at second, and he missed. Red Sox have 1 ABS challenge remaining.
Yeah, totally doesn't throw the changeup much. I feel like this is a good spot for it if he wanted to go to it. It's his last used pitch.
Fly ball left field, on the move Duran, and he'll dive. He lays up, and it came out of the glove. Fernandez is going to round. He is going to score now. Well, for a split second, looks like the Red Sox had almost made another spectacular play, but he couldn't hang on, and it's 2-1.
It was in the glove. Then as he hit the ground, it looked like it jarred it free. Get a good look at it here. Full extension, lays out. It's in there. Oh, and the ground just jarred it. That's frustrating because it was in there. He did the hard part. Just that impact hitting the ground knocked it loose.
The ground causing the fumble. Would have been a tremendous play. Goes for a double. Top of the order in Vargas. So Arizona on the board, their second double of the inning and their third in the game. Vargas has gone 0 for 2. 1 down. And a tying run at second.
Yeah, this will be pitch number 82. You know, if he throws another ball here, I'd love to see just a little mound visit, little reset, give him a sec to catch his breath.
And a high pop into left center field, but not deep. Duran and now Rafaela, and Cedon will make the play. 2 down with a runner holding. Gets the inning to Corbin Carroll, who's had a fascinating day. Does have a base hit, 1 for 2. He's crashed into the right field fence twice on home runs that went over his head. They were not catchable, but he's scarring that wall. Be careful, 18 home runs. That pitch count's getting up there. Up to 83 now for Peyton. Weissert up in the pen. Left that one up and away, and the count 2-0. This is the really tough part of their batting order. Vargas, Carroll, Moreno, Perdomo, and Arenado. And the 2-0. That's ball 3.
Where was that? It looked like it came back. It sure did.
Walked him on 4 straight. So that'll put runners at first and second. That should bring Bailey out. And Andrew on his way. With Moreno about to climb in, their hottest batter. It's up to 19 in this inning.
Yeah, Moreno had that big swing of the bat yesterday against Ranger. It was really the one mistake Ranger made. It cost him 4 runs. 2-0 sinker right down the middle. He hit for a grand slam.
Now Louis Krupa out to try and break it up. Peyton Toley's pitching line is presented by Ace Ticket. Ace Ticket with the best seats at the lowest prices. So 4 2/3. A run in the inning is earned. And 2 men on for Moreno, who has hit safely in 12 in a row. Toley has doubled him up. And he's also struck him out. And Toley at 86 pitches and counting. Waldschmidt at second, Carroll at first. First pitch is going to be ball 1. So the plate moving around a little on him.
Yeah, the command had been so good up until this point. This inning just kind of lost feel for that cutter a little bit.
1-0 pitch. Fouled away. I'll tell you, Moreno takes a hack.
No, he does not get cheated. He's been swinging it too. I mean, coming into this one, 12-game hit streak. That's the longest active in baseball right now.
He's driven in 11 runs during it. One. Check swing. Got a piece of it. Foul ball, and the count 1-2. So the crowd trying to urge him on for a strikeout. He did fan Moreno in the 3rd. On what will be his 90th pitch of the day. Totally waiting on Moreno to get back in. 1 run across for Arizona. 1-2 pitch.
Really reach back for a little extra there. 98 on that 4-seamer. Here the last couple innings, it's been more 95-ish. Gonna finish strong.
This would be a big K. The 1-2 coming. Just making contact. Fastball 98. So he muscled up on that one. Well, the inning has seen back-to-back doubles and a walk. Moreno back to the middle of May has the highest road batting average in Major League Baseball, almost 360. This is a very tough out. 1-2. Down and in, and a stop by Wong. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
Yeah, great job by Wong getting his body over in front of that one.
And by far the most pitches in any inning today for Peyton. Can he end this threat right here? 2-2 to Gabriel Moreno. And a shot out to left center field. That's a gapper all the way to the warning track. Waldschmidt is in. Carroll is around. He will score. That's the third double in the inning. This is going to drive in a pair and put Arizona on top 3-2. So he could not get out of it. The red hot Moreno now a 13-game hitting streak. Drives in 61 and 62.
Yeah, I mean, Wong's asking for that sinker in. He threw it in there, but Moreno just lightning fast hands. I mean, he was fouling off 98 up above the zone to stay alive, and then got a pitch to hit right there and just smoked it in the gap. Drove in two, take the lead.
Another dangerous guy here in Geraldo Perdomo has walked and fly to center. And Arizona has jumped in front. Man, it's second, 2 down. He's sliding the bat down, looking to bunt, and now he'll challenge it.
Well, they're going to be out of challenges, OB, and it's the 5th.
Calls confirmed. Arizona is out of challenges.
ABS powered by T-Mobile. Well, good swing to a big advantage for the Red Sox late in the game.
Definitely, especially in a close one.
And a ball and a strike on Perdomo. So fouled it away. So again, Peyton Tolley with 2 strikes on a hitter. But Arizona has jumped in front. His 97th pitch of the day and a 1-2.
They've had some pesky at bats, fouling balls off on good pitches. It's really drive the pitch count up. See that 30 pitches here in the 5th.
Now Moreno with the lead, and a liner up the middle, caught by Sogard. That will retire the side, but Arizona leads 3-2.
5 here at Fenway. 3-2 Arizona after them taking the lead. Pitching arsenal presented by your New England area Audi dealers. See that usage today, really heavy on the cutter, and you saw that the Diamondbacks start to look for that pitch. Found some hard contact there. He lost a little bit of command with it in that last half.
So the Sox trailing 3-2 at the midway point, bottom of the 5th inning, and Monasterio will lead things off. Bottom third of the order, Duran next, and then Connor Wong. Arizona 6 hits, Red Sox with 3. And fought with that good sweeper. 0-2.
We saw this through that 32-5 stretch where the Sox pitcher would give up some runs and they would just punch right back. You saw it yesterday with Suarez too after the grand slam.
Pitcher 2 that Peyton wants back there, the 1-2 pitch, and left it high. Meanwhile, Brandon Pfaadt, his pitch count good shape, 67.
He's throwing a lot of strikes, just about 70% strike percentage.
And he'll deal the 2-2 to Monasterio. He popped a third foul in the 2nd inning.
Well, you can see why Pfaadt's been so tough his last few starts. I mean, he really just mixes his pitches, throws anything in any count.
2-2 popped up, and Vargas doing the breaststroke into right and keeps on moving for out number 1. Take a look at the Blue Moon bright spot. Red Sox offense at home since the All-Star break. This is 18 games now, getting almost 7 runs a game, 14-4. Home run ball's been a big part of it.
We'll always talk about it. All the good Red Sox teams in the past dominate here, right? Didn't start that way earlier in the year, but really turned it around.
And a base hit into center field. Jarren Duran swinging a good bat as of late. He's 2 for 2 today at a home run into the pen in the 3rd inning. With his excellent speed, he's aboard.
Yeah, and this is a good example of when your direction is correct to the big part of the field, not pulling off. That's a first pitch changeup, and it did beat him. He was out ahead of it, hit it off the end of the bat, but if he is looking to pull the ball in the air, which it's easy to do after going deep, he rolls that over, swings and misses. Stayed through it.
Connor Wong 0 for 1. Did hit a 3-run homer on Sunday in Pittsburgh. Red Sox have seen home runs by Duran and Nick Sogard. Nick's first career homer in the first inning, leadoff shot.
Yeah, Fott's pretty quick to the plate. It's going to be a tough bag for Duran to get if he wants it. Moreno's a really good thrower back there too.
Not running, and it's inside. Toronto is at Tampa Bay later. The Yankees are at Baltimore later as well. One down, one on. Duran not running, and a strike.
Man, that's off. Now the Sox don't want to chance it. Only one remaining. Good amount of baseball left to play, but that was a ball.
Red Sox have one challenge remaining. Arizona out of challenges. Strike two. The Giants coming to town on Friday. Sonny Gray has the ball for game one Friday night, 7:10. Sonny trying to go to 16-3.
Well, Jaron wants to take a chance. And a lot of times with the righty up there, Fott likes to go to that sweeper down and away. And fastball up. They're thinking along with us, thinking, okay, it's a breaking ball count, 1-2. They could waste one. It's almost like an abbreviated pitch out, a fastball up. It's something. It's a pitch that's really easy for the catcher to throw on.
Right-hander from the set, 2-2 will not be made, and a dive back by Duran. Trying to catch him leaning.
That's two disengagements. We'll extend that lead a little bit here.
3-2 Arizona, last half of the fifth. Runner holds, and a little pop-up looped into left field. Waldschmidt coming in to make the catch, and that'll be the second out. Time now for the mobile performance.
Yeah, I'll take you back to the first inning that Nick Sogard had. Look at this double play to end the inning. Did it all by himself. Totally doing a good job staying out of the way. But then first career homer for Nick Sogard. The first leadoff homer for their first career homer since Cedar Rafaela back in 2023 to get the Sox on the board.
Hit the ball hard a couple of times today. He's also lined to first for an out. 1 for 2. And looks at a strike. And Duran again edging off the bag at first. Being held by Tawa. 2 down. And fought again with a high set. Runner stays put. Change up. 0-2. You pointed out what a variety of pitches for Fought. It's been a good pitch. Sweeper's been a great pitch. 2 down, the 2-strike pitch to Nick Sogard.
It's not just the pitch mix. It's been the command, really. Just, I mean, a couple mistakes where guys jumped on him first pitch for homers, but really pitching to the edges.
Hasn't walked anybody. That just misses. Another off-speed pitch, 2-2. Cedar Rafaela hoping to bat here in the 5th. Red Sox down a run. And a 2-2 home. So he has gone full on this man, Nick Sogard. Three and two out. And fought with a payoff pitch. Durant on the move, and it is in there for strike 3. Froze him.
Man, that's down.
It was a curveball to strike him out. End of the inning.
This moment requires
change. It's our forward first and quality call to the bullpen. Weissert will make an appearance here, and he'll get Arenado, Tawa, and Lawler. So Peyton Tolley, 5 innings today. That one socked back toward the wall. Durant on the run, has to play it off the 10. It gets to Rafaela. He'll fire to second and hold Arenado to a long single, and then he's aboard to begin the 6th inning.
Arenado jumping all over this. 2-seamer away from him, but he really just so much extension. He's always been able to pull that pitch throughout his career. Hits it hard off the wall, out of the reach of Durant.
So leadoff base hit for Arenado is 1 for 3. Tawa here, he has struck out and flied out, and takes a strike.
This is Arizona's second look at Weissert. He threw in game 1, had a scoreless inning.
Tawa with 7 home runs, hitting .237. A sweeper. 0-2. Tawa has reached base in 13 of his last 16, hitting .311, so came in swinging a good stick. 0-2 from Weissert. So some pressure on the bullpen today after Tolley goes 5. Arizona just got 3 in the 5th inning. Red Sox ending this stretch of 16 games in 16 days, and can have a winning record over that span, but they have to win today to make that happen. The 2-2 fouled away on a big cut and foul ball off Connor Wong.
He got away with a mistake right there. That was right down the middle of the plate. It was 96. It was good velo on it, but Tawa looked on time for that one, just under it.
Two and two. Weissert trying to put away the number 6 hitter, and fills up the count. Jordan Lawler would hit next.
You really want to get this guy. Lawler could lay down a bunt, move those guys over.
3-2, little fly ball in the center field that carries. Cedar backing up to the track, lunges, and he makes the play. Runner's going to tag and advance into second. Some serious carry on that one. That took a lunging effort at the end to haul it in.
Now this ball just took off. I thought it was going to be a routine fly ball to center. I think Cedar did too. Started drifting on it, and it started cutting hard to the right. You saw him right there reroute, get to it right in front of the wall. Good base running by Arenado to recognize him catching that, take the extra base, and move up on the tag.
Man, took an effort at the end.
Yeah, I mean, from up here in our view, I mean, it went straight to center field, and then as it started coming down, it really went hard to the right.
I think Carroll was surprised twice on fly balls to right that went over his head.
Yeah, it's swirling a little bit in here.
So Andrew Bailey out, and Lars Nootbaar will be the hitter, and he will bat for Lawler with 1 down and a runner in scoring position. 218, 3 home runs for the lefty. Arizona leading 3-2 here in the 6th. And Weiser trying to hold. And a breaking ball spins outside. A slider off the plate for ball 1. And a right-hander with a 1-0. Three runs, 7 hits for Arizona, no errors. For the Red Sox, 2 runs, 4 hits, and no errors. Weisert's 2-0. Fouled away on a 4-seamer. Nootbaar, late of St. Louis, only played 11 games with Arizona. He cuts right through that one. A changeup.
Good changeup there. He was keyed up for the heater. Didn't get it.
2-2. Red Sox going to the bullpen here in the 6th. 2-2 to Nootbaar. Wouldn't offer. And a full count. Jose Fernandez been troublesome today with a pair of doubles. He's on deck. He started their 3-run rally off of Peyton Tolle in the 5th. And a payout pitch. Swinging a drive out to right field, hit deep. Abreu backing up, turning around, and see you later. That is gone. Nootbaar coming off the bench and rips a 2-run homer off Weiser. And that will make it 5-2 Arizona.
Two-seam fastball from Weiser there, just middle of the plate, right? And Nootbaar has really just been getting most of his at-bats against righties. 3 of his 4 homers this year off righties.
8th home run that Weiser has allowed. And that's going to run inside a ball on Fernandez.
You see the location of this pitch. Missed with the changeup the pitch before that. He had thrown 2 in a row. Thought maybe good chance he'd go back to the heater. He's ready for it. See where this is located. Trying to go a little more in with that after a couple changeups. Get in on the hands. He's one spot you can't miss.
1-1 waved at and missed on the sweeper. So Red Sox trailing by 3. This part of the order, 7, 8, 9, has really hurt the Red Sox today.
Yeah, it has.
Fernandez is 2 for 2, 2 doubles. Man behind him, the number 9 hitter, Waldschmidt, is 2 for 2.
Yeah, 5 hits, 3 RBI. Couple doubles, homer.
And Moreno had a big hit, the double to drive in a pair in the 5th. And he's their number 3 hitter. He's been their hottest guy, but it's really been more the bottom of the order. And in there to catch him looking with a 96-mile-an-hour pitch. 2 down. And in front of Waldschmidt, with a single and a double today. He's done good work in that 9-hole. Arizona trying to snap a 3-game skid. Bases empty, 2 away, and ball 1. The Red Sox, with the big win yesterday, improved to 31-31 at home, fighting their way back to 500 at Fenway. And that's strike 1-1. Five runs, 8 hits for the Diamondbacks on the day. We get to the bottom of the 6th inning. The Red Sox will have Duop, Rafaela, Abreu, and Contreras against the right-hander Brandon Pfaadt. Here's the 2-1.
And these are really the innings where the game is close, when it was still 3-2, where that's where the injuries to Slayton and Whitlock hurt, because it's likely Guerrero or Slayton in this spot in this inning. You know, and the trickle-down effect, when you lose 2 guys, someone else has got to step into those roles.
2-2 to Waldschmidt. He'll hit a trickler up the first base side. It starts foul, keeps on rolling, and it's going to stay that way when Wong picks it up. Looked like for a split second that was going to roll fair.
Yeah, it had that spin on it back towards the field, and when it hit the cut of grass, it kind of kicked it back towards the line. Watch this one. Looked like it was going to jump all the way back. Wong got to it.
Yeah, if he had let it roll long enough, who knows? Wisely scooped that up. 2-2. 2 down, nobody aboard. 5-2 Arizona in the last game of this series. And a full count. Are you fascinated to see what kind of reaction Rafi Devers gets in a Giant uniform on Friday?
Of course, of course. I mean, Rafi did a lot of great things here. More home runs than any third baseman that's played in this uniform.
3-2, and he walks him. So a rough inning for Weissert. Puts on the number 9 hitter, and top of the order Vargas is next.
Win big with the Red Sox Foundation 50-50 raffle presented by Whoop. Buy tickets at redsox.com/5050 through the 8th inning of today's game for a chance to win half of the net jackpot. See official rules for full details.
Vargas, a quiet day, although he's been swinging a good bat in the month of August. He's 0 for 3 in today's game with a strikeout, fielder's choice, and a fly to center.
That pitch count's getting up there for Weissert. This will be pitch 28 in this inning for him.
And a wave and a miss on a changeup. 1 ball, 1 strike. Hottest team in baseball right now, the short term anyway, is the Philadelphia Phillies. They won 5 in a row. They pulled to within 5.5 of Atlanta. 2 down and 1 man on. Back to the change, double up on it.
Gamboa is going to get moving around.
It was the opener for Bayo the other day. Threw the ball very well. Good fastball. 1-2 pitch and low. So 30 pitches in this inning. Waldschmidt the base runner. 2 down. Lars Nootbaar with a 2-run homer in the inning. Runner takes off. Here's the throw down. Here's the tag. He is out. Connor Wong put it on the money. Waldschmidt gunned down. 5-2 Arizona.
Honey, come here.
Well, the manager's belted a 2-run homer. Nootbaar goes into the game and left. Waldschmidt moving over to center for Arizona. Red Sox down 5-2 last half of the 6th inning. And Brandon Pfaadt, who came in throwing the ball great, now has a 3-run cushion in the 6th inning. St. Anne will flick a foul out of play. He has struck out twice today, 0 for 2. And the left-hander Gamboa still working in the Red Sox pen. Sox only have 4 hits today after scoring 20 runs in the first 2 games here.
I got out of the gates hot. Scored a couple in the first 3 innings. Pfaadt's done a good job keeping him off balance.
Ground ball yanked to third, and a backhander by Fernandez for out number 1. Abreu next. Catch a condensed 2-hour version of this Red Sox game at midnight on Sox and 2 only on NESN and streaming on NESN 360. Presented by Bigelow Tea. Pretty quiet for the Red Sox lineup. Wilyer Abreu is 0 for 2. He's grounded out to second and struck out today. Getting a little noisy here with a base hit to right. Red Sox have a man on with 1 down. Let's go down to Jemai.
Dave, you guys were talking about the numbers on Wilson Contreras earlier, who set a career high with 25 homers this season in Game 1 of this series. Was out of the lineup in Pitt on Sunday trying to maintain an ailment in his leg, but said he wondered what his numbers would be if he was able to put together a full season. And to this point, he's been able to provide that. And at a career best clip offensively, he said that's been a dream come true. Says he wishes there was a lesson that he learned early in his career, though, and that was listen to your body as he tries to continue to stay healthy and on the field for this group and available, because when he's done that, he's been a difference maker all year.
If you were listening to his body this year, it's ouch, ouch, over and over.
Yeah, that's a big lesson for a lot of players early in their career. I went through it, right? Trying to play through things you shouldn't play through. You don't want to lose your job. You want to be out there with your teammates. But little things turn into big things if you don't.
Flair that one to center field. Waldschmidt coming on, and he'll drop down for a base hit. Up to second, Abreu, and the Sox have a couple of men on with 1 down. His second hit today.
Kind of a backup breaking ball. It just stays up and in, jams them, but hit it soft enough where it fell in front of the center fielder. You're looking at 2 on here, trying to put something together to get back into this ball game. Now you're 1 swing away.
Mound visit here for Arizona. Caleb Durbin about to climb in. Red Sox trying to rally, down 5-2. Plenty of time. 88 pitches for Fought. And their bullpen is going to get going. Juan Murillo, the right-hander, starts to get active. Red Sox again with a couple of solo home runs today against Fought. They just handed him a 5-2 lead, but now back-to-back singles by Abreu and Contreras, and the Red Sox are in business with Durbin to hit. Caleb today a fly to right and a strikeout. Does have a 4-game hitting streak. For the year, Durbin is .333 with runners in scoring position. And the first one to the Sox third baseman. High fly right field along the line. Carroll creeping over, keeps coming. He makes the catch, tagging up Abreu. He'll go from second to third with 2 down. Contreras staying there at first.
Yeah, that 4-seamer up in the zone just beat Durbin to the spot. Just late on that one. See that heater up. Just a touch late. Catch it a tick more out front. Talked about something different. He knows it.
Mickey Gasper 0 for 2 after reaching 4 times last night. That's a career high. Solo home run in the 6th inning, an RBI single in the 7th. Also drew a pair of walks. First and third. Ball 1.
Oh, you got to love his at-bats from the left side. So he's finding himself in a big spot right here in the 6th. Try to get the club back into it.
Ground ball, foul. First base side, 1 ball, 1 strike. Fed him a changeup. Fought now up to 91 pitches. They've got an active bullpen. 5-2 Arizona. And a 1-1 pitch to Mickey. And a good take. Stayed away from that off-speed pitch. 2-1.
That's a good take right there. I've seen that pitch swung out a lot today. That changeup just off the plate.
And fought with a 2-1. Another good take. Curveball that time, 3-1. So he has the count his way. Monasterio on deck. Torey Lovullo's had to go the whole series without his best player. He's trying to get out of town with one victory. Red Sox threatening in the 3-1 to Mickey Gasper. High fly ball right field. Come on, Carroll backing up, backing up, backing up, backing up. It's gone! Mickey again! Mickey Gasper goes downtown! How do you like that? The Red Sox have tied it at 5. A 3-run bomb to right. His 3rd home run in as many games. And we're starting over again on a Wednesday afternoon at Fenway. Holy cow. You could almost feel that, couldn't you?
Yeah, the way he's been swinging the bat. Fott just went to the well one too many times with that changeup. That was a good one, too, down below the zone. Mickey looking for it. Ties this thing up. What a swing. 3 games in a row with a homer.
Ticket.com right now. Well, Arizona goes to the bullpen, and Murillo comes on to pitch. Ball 1 on Monasterio. Fought knocked out. He allows 3 home runs today. Mickey Gasper homering in his 3rd consecutive game and has flipped this game on its ear. The Red Sox were down 5-2 and now 5-5, and in a season of extraordinary moments, there's another one on your list right near the top, as the Red Sox have fought back to tie it 5 apiece.
Well, they came into this one with 29 comeback wins. They just fight. It's who they are.
Now LeBray with a base hit, Contreras with a single, and then Gasper drives one out of here. That's the place to hit it today.
My goodness, it is flying to right. That's the 2nd time this season a Sox player has homered in every game of a series. Rafaela did it against the Dodgers back in L.A.
3-1. And across for a strike on Monasterio's popped up 2 times today. So we start over again. Red Sox had the early lead, gave that back. Now they've tied it on the 3-run shot by Gasper. Swinging a high fly ball out to left center. That's well hit, but backing up, it's Waldschmidt onto the track. And that is out number 3. That home run swing, thing of beauty for the Mick. We're 5-5 at the end of 6 at Fenway. 5 game to the 7th inning. And a hard-throwing left-hander Miller on for the Red Sox to take on the top of the order for Arizona. Red Sox again fighting from behind with a big home run. How often have we said that?
A lot.
Gasper homering in his 3rd consecutive game.
Well, look, Guerrero could still be available today, even though he got 5 outs yesterday. He only threw 19 pitches, and he hadn't thrown for 5 days leading up to that. So you could go Guerrero Chapman after this if you need to.
Let me see if I can get this right now. The last guy to hit a game-tying 3-run homer or grand slam in the 6th inning or later at Fenway Park was Will Middlebrooks.
2012. Remember that day? May 6th. Who's counting?
In there for a strike. I had everything except the date there. All the details except May 6th.
Yeah, well, That game ended up going 17 innings. And Chris Davis, the first baseman, was the winning pitcher for the Orioles.
Remember that, yes. Base hit into left. There were 2 position players in there at the end, weren't there?
Yeah, Darnell McDonald gave up a homer to Adam Jones.
That's right. Yep.
D-Mac, not known for his fastball.
No, not necessarily. Vargas on with a base hit to begin the 7th inning. So this has turned into a wild affair, as so many have here at Fenway Park going back to June 25th.
So I'm being told that's not the one they're referring to. They're referring to a 3-run pinch hit home run off Roy Oswalt August of that year.
Well, that's even better. Roy Oswalt, I mean, that's big time. A great pitcher. Carroll here, base hit, a strikeout, a walk and a run. Arizona 9 hits, Red Sox with 7. Sox have hit 3 home runs today. And managing to do that against a pitcher who had not allowed an earned run in his previous 32 2/3 innings before Nick Sogard led off with a home run in the 1st inning. Jaron Duran got his in the 3rd inning, and Gasper 3-run shot in the 6th. And a 1-1 fouled off. Well, it would be a beautiful way to end this long stretch of baseball without a rest for the Red Sox to rally here at Fenway, a gorgeous day, and sweep this series, but some work to be done. Vargas, big lead over there at first, not running. Did he hold up? He went. That's strike 3. DJ Rayburn rings him up. Number 1.
Yeah, this slider is just devastating. Not just to lefties, to righties as well. Corbin Carroll's been swinging the bat really well, especially against left-handed pitching, but this is not your everyday lefty on the mound at Miller. That just disappears.
Sends up Moreno. He had a damaging hit in the 5th inning, a 2-run double. That was off Peyton Tolley, who will have no decision today.
If the Sox can pull off the win, that'll be Tolley's last 8 starts they've won.
1 ball, 1 strike. Day off tomorrow. And Vargas with a decent lead over there, not running. Yeah, it's 1-2 on a red-hot Moreno. He was a very good catcher too.
Yeah, he's a good player.
Arizona has a very good roster, particularly when Ketel Marte is playing. When that'll happen, who knows? He's on a restricted list right now. 1-2 down and in. There's no limit on that, so they're not sure when they're going to get it back.
Yeah, I'm sure more and more information will keep coming out about that over the next week or so.
It's been tough on Torey Lovello because he said it's almost like a father-son relationship, and when he did not hear from Marte on Friday, this is the 2nd time in a couple of years where he has been incommunicado over something, and Torey was pretty emotional about it. 2-2 from the lefty, and another foul ball. 5-5 game in the 7th. Maybe you're just getting home from work. You've been out all day and not been able to tune in until now. The Red Sox have fought back yet again at Fenway Park from 5-2 down to tie at 5-5 on a Mickey Gasper 3-run homer to right. Red Sox have hit 3 home runs to right field today. And we're in the 7th inning, dead even. And Miller's 2-2. It's inside, ball 3.
Moreno just doesn't really chase much. That slider is so tough to lay off because you have to get ready for 98 on the heater.
Miller trying to get him with Vargas leading, and he walks him. So that'll put men at first and second. And here come the Diamondbacks again. Perdomo will be the batter next with 2 on and 1 out. On the day, a walk, a fly out, and a liner to second, so hitless 0 for 2. Miller would love a ground ball right at somebody here. He deals ball 1. Perdomo has been up against him 4 times. He does have 3 hits. They lead at first and second. Fly it into center field. Backing up Cedon to get under. He'll make the catch. Vargas is going to stay put as the throw comes into third. And 2 down. And a very dangerous Nolan Arenado will dig in.
Here's your matchup right here. A guy who's been proven for a lot of years coming up in big spots. This is one of your trusted leverage arms in that pin.
Arenado 1 for 3, base hit last time, scored a run. He was aboard when Nootbaar came off the bench and crushed a 2-run homer off Weissert. 2 on, 2 out, and he'll take a ball. The Red Sox with a thinned out bullpen. Hoping to muscle through this one. Couple of base runners. Here's the 1-0 from the lefty. And a strike.
You know, watching Arenado through his career, I mean, he's up there to pull the ball, especially in a place like Fenway. You got to execute, because even the pitch away we saw earlier, he could pull it.
He had a swing on 97, but Miller's in front, 1-2.
97. This was a challenge 2-seamer, trying to go a little more in than that. It leaked over the middle. We got away with it.
Arenado with a lot of success in this ballpark in his career. But here comes the 1-2. Bounced up there, knocked down by Wong. The runners hold at first and second.
Yeah, good job by Connor here. Squaring up, knocking it down right in front of him. Textbook.
You know, this crowd of 36,540, a sellout at Fenway. Would love a K right here. And the 2-2 coming. He got him, struck him out with a slider to freeze those runners at first and second.
Tonight, following Extra Innings Live, don't miss Red Sox Final presented by Volvo Cars. TC and Jim break down Peyton Tully's outing and preview the 3-game series against the San Francisco Giants beginning Friday, only on NESN and streaming on NESN 360.
The fans have had their stretch. Sellout at Fenway Park, 5-5 game. Jarren Duran will lead things off here for the Sox. He's had an excellent day with a home run and a base hit. 2 for 2. Connor Wong scheduled to hit next. Adley Rutschman would be available if he wanted to go that way, and Sogard, who's homer today, would follow. 0-2. 99-mile-an-hour Swifty there.
Yeah, Murillo's got explosive stuff. That 4-seamer, it can get up to 101. You're seeing a lot of 99s. Good changeup to go with it.
Five runs on 9 hits for Arizona, no errors. 5 runs, 7 hits, no errors for the Red Sox. And a 2-strike pitch to Duran. And that got by him. Foul tip to the mitt, struck him out. 1 gone. Will be Connor Wong, who has struck out and flied out over 2. So this one in the hands of the bullpens.
Yeah, I wondered if we'd eventually see Adley Rutschman. But, you know, trying to give him a day off since he's, you know, coming off the IL.
Guerrero up. So is Chappie with the towel. And the 0-1. Fouled off. 100 miles an hour with that fastball.
Yeah, he's got a good one.
We're going to see some arms here late in this one on both sides. And 2 strikes on the Red Sox catcher, who made one of the better plays you're ever going to see from a catcher earlier in this game on a strikeout as he went sprinting as it got away into foul territory on the third base side. Made a sensational throw to get the out, complete the K. Sogard on deck. And a 1-2. Ooh, sharply foul. Right there to the dugout steps practically. Get that barrier right in front, thank goodness.
Yeah, Murillo normally doesn't throw the changeup much to righties. Only 7% this year. It's normally his sinker and slider. That's 2 in a row.
And a 1-2 to Wong. Popped up. That'll keep on drifting over the top of the Red Sox dugout out of play. The Mets beat the Padres 4-2 today. Minnesota downed Atlanta 6-4. Pirates bested Detroit 4-3. Yankees and Tampa Bay are playing their games later. And a 1-2. Breaking ball up the middle, base hit. Connor Wong had a really nice at bat there.
Yeah, he really did. He did a good job of fouling off some tough pitches, fouling off a couple of his heaters just to get to that pitch. See the slider come out of the hand, kind of pop up. That's something hitters look for. When the slider or a breaking ball comes out of the hand, it can tend to just kind of pop up just a touch and give away what it is. Stayed through it nicely right up the middle.
Here's Nick Sogard. He's homered today. First major league home run in the first inning. Since then, he's lined to first and struck out. Red Sox have a base runner with 1 down in a 5-5 game. Connor Wong with the lead at first. And a 1-0. And a 2-0. He's taken and in for a strike. Stayed on deck.
Sogard looks for that changeup here in this 2-1 count. It's hard to get off of 100.
He did change up, but he missed with it. You found you could look for a changeup?
Against, I mean, for me, it'd be more against a lefty, right? So in this case, it's righty versus a lefty. So in those 2-1 counts, especially if they've already shown you 3 fastballs, they tend to go to the changeup there.
Hitters count, and he's going to take ball 4. Red Sox have 2 on now, and a go-ahead run at second with 1 down for Cedon.
Yeah, Sogi just keeps getting on base. Obviously, the big homer early, but another walk. The Red Sox been looking for someone to really take over that leadoff spot in the lineup with Roman not being here, and they haven't had a lot of success with it. Massa was starting to swing it in that spot at times before the hamstring, but then this series, Sogard's looked really good.
Somebody always seems to step up with this ball club. Been pretty remarkable. And Brandon Garcia is going to loosen up in their bullpen. He's a ways away, though. First and second, one down. Been a quiet one so far for Rafaela. He has struck out, and grounded to third. But this has been his spot.
Yeah, Cedon's seen a lot. I mean, we've talked about it. First pitch, breaking balls. He hadn't really been able to lay off of them. That's got to be in the back of his mind here. But with a velocity guy like this, a lot of times their secondary pitches, when they're throwing that hard, they can back up, they can stay over the plate, and you can do some damage on them.
The pitching coach out there to buy some more time for the lefty in the pen. Red Sox will have Connor Wong at second, Nick Sogard at first, so two guys who move well on the bases. Cedon for the year batting .306 with men in scoring position. Sox with a run in the first, a run in the third, 3-run homer by Gasper in the sixth to tie at 5-5. And here we sit.
You got to think Garcia down there getting ready for Willier.
Rafaela, first pitch, a check swing and a foul. Couldn't get the bat out of the way on 99 miles an hour, and that's strike one.
Yeah, I think that heater surprised them because of what we just told you. It's been a lot of spin early in counts. 99 inner corner. Wasn't expecting that one.
2 on, 1 out, and the 0-1. Pumped right in there. 99. 0-2. We've got the lefty ready for Wilyer Abreu. And a 2-strike pitch to Cedon Rafaela. This right-hander 98, 99, 100. He comes set again. Fouled away in a late cut, but he hangs in.
Can't tell you the last time Rafa has seen 4 fastballs in a row in an at bat, but this is a different type fastball. We're talking 100 miles an hour.
Long at second, Sogard leading off first. Go ahead runs aboard, and a 1-2 pitch. Check swing again, made contact and fouled it away, ran in on the knuckles.
Yeah, that's the scary one, right? Where the hands start moving forward and it chases you in there, and you really can run into some injury if that makes contact with the hands and you see it hit right. I mean, we're talking an inch or two above the fingers. Oh, dodged one there. Got to check that bat, make sure it's not cracked.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Yeah, you can kind of tell as this at bat has progressed that Cedon's looking for that slider, right? He's been very late and uncomfortable swings on the fastball because he's almost just waiting for that slider. You see Jerry Duran getting his finger checked out over there. That's about.
Another 1-2 to Rafaela. Ground ball right side. Vargas in the second for an out and no double play. Runners will be safe at first and third, but now 2 down. And Abreu striding up. Willier on the day 1 for 3 with a single.
Another fastball that just beat Cedon in on the hands. He was just waiting and waiting and waiting for that slider, and it never showed up.
Torey Lovullo heading for the hill. He's going to make the change and bring on the left-hander to face Wilyer Abreu. We will take the break as well. Red Sox have the go-ahead run 90 feet away. It's a 5-5 game in the 7th.
Get the inside edge on
tomorrow. Don't miss the special 30th anniversary episode of Charlie Moore Outdoors featuring new interviews and incredible archive footage. Tune in tomorrow at 7 only on NESN and streaming on NESN 360.
The left-hander Brandon Garcia coming out of their bullpen. And we'll take on Wilyer Abreu, who's gone 1 for 3. Red Sox have runners on the corners and 2 down as he looks at ball 1.
Yeah, if you look close, Wilyer's a little closer to the plate than he normally is. Big reason for that, this guy's sweeper's nasty. Tons of breaks side to side, just an .064 batting average against that pitch.
And the ball, Connor Wong standing at third. Cedon now the runner at first. 5-5. Red Sox knocked out a guy who was pitching as well as anyone in baseball. And Brandon Pfaadt today. 2-0. And that's ball 3. Another good take. Red Sox had a lot of them today. 312 against lefties. Contreras due to hit next. And then the 3-0 to Abreu. He's taking all the way a strike. Well, you're 304 with runners in scoring position and 2 down.
Don't need anything crazy here. Base hit will do it.
Take a wild pitch.
Anything.
But a good count to swing if he gets one. 3-1. And here it comes. And he walks him. So that will load the bases and put more pressure on Garcia to be perfect. They're all filled up for Wilson Contreras.
Yeah, big spot for Wilson right here. 2 hits on the day. Now looking at the splits with Garcia, both righties and lefties are hitting 172 against him, so both sides have had some troubles.
4 grand slams, 2 hits for him today. No place to put him. And ball 1.
This is where you want Fenway loud. This can play an advantage against an opposing team when this place starts getting loud, putting the pressure on them here with the bases loaded.
The left-hander's 1-0. Swing chopped along the line, foul. 1 ball, 1 strike. Wong, Rafaela, and Abreu filling them up, 3rd to 1st. 5-5. One and in for a strike. Had a little cut on it. 1-2. First, second, and third, and a 1-2 pitch. Even up 2-2. Contreras, the RBI leader on the club, is 74. Looking to come through in the bottom of the 7th. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. Down he goes. Red Sox will leave him loaded. We're 5-5 going to the 8th. Sox baseball on NESN brought to you by Subaru of New England. Love, it's what makes Subaru Subaru. And by Plymouth Rock Auto and Home Insurance for Boston sports fans. Been a gorgeous day here in Boston. We're tied 5-5. As we move on to the 8th inning, Tyron Guerrero will come on to pitch. And trying to keep it 5-5. Tim Tawa, the number 6 hitter, leading things off. And it's been this part of the order that's been a pain. And you get lower and lower for Arizona.
Yeah, 7, 8, 9 have 5 hits. They've been on base 6 times, driven in 3.
0-1. And a miss there on a slider. Tawa with a strikeout, a flyout, and another flyout. And a 1-1. Fly driven deep to right field, backing up Abreu, still racing back. Back he goes. He reaches up, makes the play.
That's a great play with the way the ball's flying to right field. You know, playing a little more shallow with the righty at the plate, having to really cover some ground straight back, makes this over the shoulder grab. That's why he's the best defensive right fielder in baseball. It's a good look right here. That route straight back, right over the shoulder.
Here's Lars Nootbaar. He is responsible for the 2-run homer in the 6th inning coming off the bench.
Yeah, well, now he's got to face a righty throwing 101. He's hitting about 143 off of righties this year.
Chopper. There's Durbin to snag it. And on the money for out number 2. And the troublesome Jose Fernandez will be next. His pair of doubles today. 9 hits for Arizona. Red Sox with 8. And when we go to the bottom of this 8th inning, it will be Durbin, and then Gasper, and then Monasterio. Across for strike 1 at 102.
Nobody up in the pen for Arizona, so it looks like they're going to stick with Garcia.
Base is empty with 2 down. The 0-1 pitch. And a strike. 102 again. I do not mean to sound so casual on 102 because it should never be. But he does it all the time. Look at the K of Fernandez. Fouled away. Ooh. There's the changeup at 101.
It's unbelievable, right? That's what we told you. He threw 19 pitches yesterday. He got 5 outs. Guess his arm's feeling better.
Apparently. Ground ball at first. Wilson down for that. He'll win the foot race and retire the side. Guerrero gets him 1-2-3. Red Sox coming up here in the bottom of the 8th inning, locked up 5-5. And Caleb Durbin will lead things off against the lefty, with Gasper on deck and then Monasterio to follow. Durbin in search of his first hit today. He's flied out 2 times and struck out. That all-important leadoff man. Caleb, 12 home runs on the year. A layoff in there for a strike. 2-1. Guerrero came in as always, bringing it. Made quick work of Arizona. Chapman now dealing in the bullpen. Here's the 2-1. And he's falling behind. 3-1 on Durbin.
If somebody gets on base here, you might see Jahmai Jones hit for Gasper. This is the only lefty in their pen, though.
And popped him up. Right field to play here for Carroll. And 1 down.
I think you're going to see him anyways.
So it will be Jones to hit for Mickey Gasper, who belted a dramatic 3-run homer in the 6th inning. He's homered in 3 straight games. And now Jahmai Jones to hit. So that was the plan all along. Followed by Andrew Monasterio.
They got a righty warming up in that pen, but he just started throwing during that at bat to Durbin, so doubt he's going to be ready.
But look at these numbers since he came on with the Red Sox. 9 for 18 against left-handers.
That's his job. Lefty specialist,
including a couple of bombs. And Garcia's first one cut on a missed strike 1.
Mr. Gasper had one heck of a series.
Sure did. And the 0-1. Garcia with the 2-strike pitch.
Really good take on that sweeper. I mean, that just missed down. Tried to backdoor it.
36,540 packing into Fenway today in the 1-2. Inside.
Just about got him.
Almost did. 2-2.
See right here, that sweeper working across. It almost got that right. Big toe.
Ooh. And he gets drilled. That one definitely got him as he races up the first base line. So with 1 down, the Red Sox have a base runner. Monasterio to dig in.
Oh, that's funny. He gave the old college baseball hit by pitch, sprint to first base and fire up the boys. I love it.
Well, here comes the Arizona manager. With Monasterio due up, Kevin Ginkel, the right-hander, will be brought in. So the Red Sox have the go-ahead man on at first base with 1 down. And we'll return to Fenway with more in just a moment. CBS is proud to be a part of Red Sox Nation and all the communities we call home, delivering trusted care, everyday essentials, and support that goes beyond the prescription. You can learn more at CBS.com. Kevin Ginkel, the right-hander, brought on with a runner at first. 1 down. Red Sox trying to push across that go-ahead run in the 8th inning. He's facing Monasterio, is hitless today, 0 for 3.
The Sox hit Ginkel hard yesterday. 3 hits, 2 earned runs.
Toss to first behind a run to the tag and safe. Back in is Jones.
And Mickey took him deep yesterday down the right field line. Or to dead center, actually. That was close.
Yeah,
closer
Moreno
than you wanted it to be.
Coming up gunning. And Jones with the lead. Moreno back there with a strong arm. For the Sox, 5 runs, 8 hits. For Arizona, 5 runs, 9 hits.
He's got a big lead over there.
Not running. Little nubber, kind of a swinging bunt. Ginkel will get to that and tag out the runner. Down to second goes Jones. Out number 2. Monasterio barely making contact there, so it'll bring up Jarren Duran. Swung the bat well today, a home run and a single. One of the 3 home runs that have traveled to right, either into the bullpen or over it. Adley Rutschman also has a bat there with Connor Wong to hit behind Duran. We'll see if Adley swings. He swung on and popped up at third base. Fernandez. And back into fair territory to make the catch. Red Sox get a base runner, can't advance him. 5-5. Checking on our game summary, and it's presented by Sullivan Tire, official tire and auto service of the Red Sox. Neither starter went terribly deep into the game. And a hitting star for the Red Sox, certainly that man, Mickey Gaspers. He tied the game dramatically with a 3-run homer in the 5th inning. Should say in the 6th inning. And the Red Sox find themselves 5-5 with Aroldis Chapman pitching here in the 9th. Kind of give the Red Sox the opportunity to walk it off here this afternoon, which has now moved into the evening. Waldschmidt has been difficult today to get out. Red Sox haven't been able to do it. There's a single, a double. He's also taken ball 4. He's their number 9 hitter. On the top of the order, Vargas and Carroll, and then it gets very difficult at that point with a good Arizona lineup. And inside a ball at 96 and the count 2-0.
Yeah, 2 heaters just down and in. You start looking forward if the Sox can't walk this off in the 9th. They do have Gamboa out there. Didn't throw a ton of pitches when he opened up for Bayo in game 1 of this series.
in for a strike.
You have Moran out there as well.
Waldschmidt, a 281 hitter. And ball 3. Red Sox, as of this moment, are 6.5 clear in the wild card, so in very good shape. The 3-1. Ball 4. Put him on. Not a lot behind that fastball, 96. And a walk. So Vargas will be next. On the day, he's 1 for 4 with a single. Yankees and Baltimore underway in the second inning. Baltimore leads 1-0 at Camden Yards. Fly ball hit weakly to right. Abreu in on it. That is a 1-pitch out in front of Corbin Carroll. So this will be lefty-lefty.
Yeah, which is normally lines up well for Chapman. Obviously, to your point, OP, the velo not as high as you normally see it. He's given up runs in 2 of his last 3 outings.
Dangerous guy here. 18 home runs for Carroll. 1 for 3 today.
I feel like you've been seeing a lot more off speed from Chapman here over the last month or so.
He's thrown 7 pitches, only 2 strikes since he came in this outing. Waldschmidt with the lead at first. And a strike.
That's about as good as it can get down and away to a lefty. 96 on the black.
Corbin Carroll 2 for 4 off him lifetime. And Aroldis with a 1-1. And that's a strike. Back to a slider. Waldschmidt, a short lead at first. Contreras holding the runner, and a 1-2. Runner goes. Swinging a chopper to second. Sogard will flip on to get the out there. Down to second goes Waldschmidt, running with the pitch. And 2 away. In front of Moreno. Been red hot, and he does have a 2-run double today.
You're not real comfortable with this guy at the plate lately. He's been swinging it well for a while.
Overall, 308 with 62 runs batted in 10 home runs for their talented catcher. And the first one, that is strike 1. 99.
There's the velo. It's like, all right, you got somebody in scoring position. This is a big spot. Ramp it up.
Go ahead run at second for Arizona, 9th inning. And the 0-1. That's 100. Not a strike, but 1 ball, 1 strike on Moreno. And the big lefty with the runner going. Drops it in there for a strike. All the way down to third now is Waldschmidt. But 1 and 2 on Moreno. So runner 90 feet away. And a time granted by the home plate ump Krupa. A lot of fans standing at Fenway in this early evening in a 5-5 tie. And Chapman with a 1-2 to Moreno. He blows him away at 100 miles an hour with the glare. So here come the Red Sox trying to walk this off. 5-5.
in New England.
Time for our strong play of the game presented by New England Chevy dealers. Together, let's drive.
Taking you back to the swing of the game to this point back in the 6th. Mickey Gasper, his 3rd homer in as many games, and this was the biggest one to tie this up at 5. He has been swinging it.
He has been. He's been a star here for the Red Sox in this series. Adley Rutschman has a bat, and he's going to hit for Connor Wong to start the bottom of the 9th inning, coming off the bench against Jonathan Loaizaga, the hard-throwing right-hander. 2.74 ERA.
He's got good stuff. Upper 90s fastball, good changeup, good breaking ball. But lefties have hit .315 off of him this year.
And Adley to be hitting lefty here to lead things off. Then it's Sogard and then Ceddanne Rafaela. Here we go to the bottom of the 9th. And he'll back away. That's low ball 1. 99 miles an hour with the sinker.
Adley's faced Loaizaga just once in his career. He's 0 for 1 with a strikeout.
Rutschman came up with his first Red Sox home run down the right field line yesterday. No swing and drive that one into left field. Backing up his Newt part of the wall, leaping, and he's able to come away with it. He makes the catch a couple of feet higher. Then he makes the grab, and then 1 down.
I really thought Rutschman got that better. I thought he was going to get up off the monster, kick away, maybe get a double out of it. See that 2-seamer running away, and he just cuts it, right? Doesn't fully square it up. That's why it didn't make its way all the way to the wall. Newbar, nice play.
Nick Sogard, a home run in the 1st inning, the first of his career at the big league level. 1 for 3 with a walk today.
Challenge that. Yeah.
Pitch is called a strike. Batter challenging.
ABS powered by T-Mobile. And it is a ball. So the count flips to 1-0. And Loaizaga with 1 down will fire. And a strike. And both bullpens have held since the end of the 6th inning. 1-1. Ceddanne, who has that nose for the big moment, waiting on deck. And Abreu after him, the 2-1. Out in front on a change. 2-2.
Yeah, it's a good pitch for him. Throws it about half the time to lefties.
One away and a 2-2 to Nick Sogard. Ground ball toward the hole. Diving play. Vargas throwing, but wide. He's going to be safe at first on what should be a base hit. And it will be, and he's on with 1 down.
Well, you just got to get somebody on. Obviously, you want it to be the leadoff guy. That way you can kind of manufacture a run, but you'll take it any way possible. Really nice play by Vargas to get to this ball. Just really no chance. He didn't have enough time to stand up and make a good throw. It was going to have to be acrobatic. Saw it off the mark.
So Sogard will take first, and here comes Ceddanne Rafaela. 0 for 4 today. First pitch swinging, fouls it away. He got 98. Five, bottom of the 9th. 3 career walk-off hits for Ceddanne. And a 1-strike pitch will not be made. A dive back by Sogard. Red Sox trying to win it right here. Arizona's trying to force it to extra innings in the last game of the series. Sox trying to sweep, and the 0-1. Ground ball to second. Vargas flips to short 1 onto first in a double play. And we will go to extras, tied 5-5. The Ford Final Frames are presented by Ford, the official truck of the Boston Red Sox, who are tied up 5-5, bringing you to the 10th inning. Sox are 5-3 for the year in extra inning games. And then Miranda, left-hander, will face Arizona as we go to the 10th inning with the ghost runner Moreno about to take up residency at second. And Adley Rutschman is the new catcher. And it'll be 4, 5, and 6 coming up for the Diamondbacks. Red Sox were down 5-2 in the bottom of the 6th inning. Mickey Gaspar unloaded a 3-run homer. And we have been 5-5 ever since. Nolan Arenado is on deck.
Yeah, Moran should be pretty fresh. He's thrown 2 innings over the last 5 days. Last through in game 1 of this series.
Perdomo flicks that one foul on a bunt. He's gone 0 for 3 with a walk today.
Yeah, I'd like to see Wilson get in there a little bit more here, because if that bunt right there looked like it was going towards him. If it's hard enough, he can get that lead runner. Here he comes.
Trotting in. Bunted. He's going to take it. Now they battle for it. Throw to first base is in time. Runner down to third. He and Rutschman both went for it.
Yeah, that could have been bad right there. Had they run into each other or gotten in each other's way more than they did right there, that just kind of deadened. Almost like a sand wedge. Had a little backspin on it and just sat down. Adley doing a good way to just get out of the way right there for Contreras. You see him getting in there to make that play, hoping for some reason the bunt would go his way. He could get that lead runner.
So it brings up Arenado with a man at third, infield in, 1 down. 10th inning, 5-5. Arenado still very good power. He's hit 20 home runs. And a left-hander with the 0-1. Arizona with the go-ahead man 90 feet from the plate.
Yeah, even at this point in his career, at 35 years old, second on the team in RBI this year behind Ketel Marte.
1-1 to Arenado. He's taking inside with a change. Both sides with the same line score, 5 runs on 9 hits and no errors. A lefty with a 2-1. And pumped in for a strike. Kind of sneaky at 94.
Yeah, and that's what you like with Adley back there. He does a really good job. Connor does a good job with this as well, but reading what you feel like the hitter's looking for. Obviously, Moran's got that good changeup. He felt like Arenado was looking for it after seeing a couple. Snuck a fastball past him.
2-2 pitch. Lined wickedly, but foul. He was on that changeup. Towel, the first baseman, on deck. Runner at third. 2-2. Broken bat, Looper backing up Monasterio. That's going to drop into left field for a base hit and bring in the run. Moreno will score. Arenado with an RBI single to make it 6-5.
Yeah, that's frustrating because Moran's happy with that pitch. It's a fastball in on the hands. It blows up the bat. Obviously looking for that changeup. That's why he's late, and it gets in on the hands. Just with the infield pulled in like that, no chance to get to it.
So a 1-run lead here for the Arizona Diamondbacks, and Tawa the batter. 0 for 4 on the day. Red Sox will have Abreu, Contreras, Durbin due up in the bottom of the 10th with a ghost runner.
And you feel pretty good with those guys coming up with the runner starting on second base. Just got to hold them right here.
And Moran with a 2-0. Not to be made, and back in safely Nolan Arenado. Just picked up his 63rd RBI. And perfect when it comes to stealing bases at 35. And falls by 3-0. No need to be walking anybody. Got to get back in the count here in the 3-0 pitch to Tawa. That's a strike. 3-1. Tampa Bay leading Toronto 3rd inning 2-0. Yankees lead Baltimore in the 3rd 2-1.
Really surprised Arizona didn't pinch run for Arenado. Barroso on the bench. He can run.
And that'll miss for ball 4. So Giovanni walks a man to put men at 1st and 2nd.
Looks like it's going to be Max Kepler.
Kepler, a really good athlete, will run for Nolan Arenado now. Former Minnesota Twin, born and raised in Germany. And the Red Sox will also have a conference here with 1 down 2-1. And McCann will be the pincher, so both managers going to work. He will hit for Nootbaar, one of their heroes today, with a 2-run homer in the 6th inning. But McCann hits for him.
Yeah, McCann's been swinging it well over his last 15 games, hitting .393 with 4 homers, 15 driven in. Had some good swings yesterday as well.
6 runs, 10 hits now for the Diamondbacks. 5 runs, 9 hits for the Sox. And runners at 1st and 2nd. Arizona trying to grab 1 win here. Red Sox have already won the series, but eyeing a sweep. Kent 296 with 4 homers. So he has Kepler at 2nd, Tawa the runner at 1st, and only 1 away. And the first one on the way to the right-hand hitter. That'll be downstairs, ball 1. And he misses again. He's not throwing a lot of strikes. He's thrown 15 pitches since he entered the fray. Only 7 are strikes.
And unlike Giovanni, he's normally in the zone so often.
Putting himself in a spot with runners at 1st and 2nd. McCann takes ball 3. One more of those, they're going to be loaded up with 1 away. Kepler and Tawa lead from 2nd and 1st. That missed badly. Back-to-back walks, loads up the bases.
And it's his inning. There's nobody up throwing. I mean, in this situation, get into extras. You're not playing matchups. You're not going to get them. Just let him figure it out.
Jose Fernandez had a nice day with a pair of doubles. He's 2 for 4. There is no place to put him. Kepler, Tawa, McCann loading him up. And another one that misses for ball 1. Trying to entice him with a changeup. And a 1-0. And in for a strike. All loaded up here for Arizona, already with a run in here in the 10th. And the lefty deals a 1-1. He's having trouble locating a changeup.
Yeah, and Andrew Bailey's already been out when McCann came up to pinch hit, went out to talk to him. So if you go out again, you have to take him out of the game. So no chance to really reset for him. He's got to reset on the fly.
Knocked foul out of play. Went with a heater there, 2-2. So even up on Fernandez. In the inning, a sac bunt, an RBI single, and 2 walks. Bases loaded against the lefty. And a 2-2. Chop foul. Went back to that changeup. Got a swing on it.
And the middle infield's kind of, well, the whole infield's really like halfway. That's what they call it. Not all the way in, but not at normal depth. See where they're playing right there. That's so if it's a ball right at them, they can turn the double play. But if they have to come in on it, they can get to it quick enough to hopefully get Kepler at home.
Moran's 2-2. Left it up, ball 3. So now he has to throw a strike. And a full count on Jose Fernandez, who will step out. And Giovanni ready. Here's the 3-2 on the way. And walked him, and that walks in a run, and he walks 3 consecutive batters. 7-5 Arizona.
Look at Gamboa going now, getting him going. Obviously 3 walks in a row after that RBI single by Arenado. He's going to be trying to get hot quick.
Reloaded for Waldschmidt, who has 2 hits already today and has already taken 2 walks. And he takes ball 1. 25 pitches from Moran, only 10 strikes. Red Sox down 2 now in the 10th. And ground ball sharply hit. Durbin up into second for an out on the first. Double play. Man, did the Red Sox need that. But middle of the 10th, they need 2 to tie.
Well, the Red Sox power bats have been a thing today. Nick Sogard, first batter of the day for the Sox. Up into the sun. Corbin Carroll making some hard contact with the wall. Then in the 3rd, Jarren Duran getting in the mix. Carroll fighting it again as that one gets out of here. And then the big swing of the day, 3-1 changeup to tie the game. 3-run homer for the McMahon in the 6th. Could use another one of those here in the bottom of the 10th.
Well, sure could. 7-5. Arizona just got a pair. Here are their defensive changes. Waldschmidt will move over to left. Barossa on center. And Loaizaga stays on to pitch in the bottom of the 10th. And it's Abreu, Contreras, Durbin. And the ghost runner is Cedar Rafaela. And the first one to Willier. In there for strike 1. 1 for 3 today with a base hit. He had a single in the 6th inning, and a couple of batters later, Red Sox had a 3-run homer to tie the game. Here's the 0-1. He'll lay off a ball on a changeup, 1-1.
Well, you feel like you have the part of the lineup coming up here that you would want in this spot. Some real pop. Somebody needs to run into something.
Right-handed with a 1-1.
Oof. He's all over that one. Just fouled it back. Probably bought himself a change up here.
And Loaizaga with 1-2. Little ground ball to the right side. Vargas moving over, leaps and fires, and got him. Cedon will advance to third with one down. And then we'll send up Wilson Contreras on the day, 2 for 4 with 2 singles. Red Sox have been out hit 10-9 on the day. They have scored 25 runs in the series. The Sox have. Trying to make it 26 right here. Ground ball, Weekly hit at third. That'll chase in the run. Fernandez up and over. And 2 down. So 2 away as the run does score, but now 7-6 with the bases empty for Caleb Durbin. So Red Sox looking for a little more magic right here. Durbin has provided quite a bit in the second half, but he's been silenced on the day, 0 for 4.
He's had some big swings this year. He sure has. Need one.
1-run game here in the 10th. First pitch, strike 1. (7-6) Arizona. And a 1-strike pitch from the righty. Little pop up at first, backing up Tawa. Second baseman comes over. Tawa makes the catch, and that's the ball game. It ends in 10. Arizona salvages 1 in the series. Red Sox take the series, but drop this one today, 7-6. A much needed day off on Thursday. The Giants of Rafi Devers coming in on Friday.
Well, they got out of the gates quickly, the Sox, and then obviously gave up 5 straight runs, punched back with a 3-run homer to get back in this, but the 2 runs they gave up ended up being the big difference in the 10th inning. Tough loss, but you'll take the series win.
Stay tuned for WB Mason Extra Innings Live. TC and Jim will break down today's defeat, plus you'll hear from Chad Tracy and Peyton Tolley. That and more coming up after the break.